But we're gonna do it live. We're good.
Give me hexagon. I want hexagon. Oh, I forgot to check the store.
I think I checked it earlier today at some point.
They've been like slow dripping like one thing at a time for me to purchase with my kudos, which is not enough. Not enough things. Yo, let's go.
Yeah, they give me that slow drip. Yeah, I don't like the economy of the Billabucks or whatever.
The Dimmadome dollars.
The Dimmadome dollars, because they it doesn't seem like you get a whole lot of those.
No, unfortunately.
And some of the things are definitely worth like
payment.
They're like, oh yeah, give us 1,000. And then when you look at the whole season of how much you can earn, it's like, oh,
yeah,
you only earn like 1,500 in the season or something like that. It's like, oh, that's not great. But you know what is great?
Hexagon?
Hexagon low grav.
It's a lot of fun, dude. It's like max chaos, but fortunately we only need to survive 4 extra people.
Woo! Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh yeah, no, you do not recover quickly at all. Alright, jackass.
Oh, you're just gonna run through all those, are you? Well, that's okay. Hiya! Hiya! Woo, I'm swimming! Okay. Okay, fine, I'll be one of these jackasses that's just burning everything. Why not? Oh god. Some jackass cut me off.
The trick to this one is you want to make people jump as much as possible.
Yeah, slow roll it, make sure people who are above me can actually catch up to my low position. Whee! Interesting. Oh, hey! There we go. Great success.
Yep.
People actually fell down that far? Holy crap.
Whoa, I mean, look, if you look at the bottom, it looks burnt to all hell.
Yeah, so, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it was probably the people doing the burning that were just getting killed then, because there are a lot of us still way high.
Well, so the thing you maybe haven't experienced yet is if you fall more than like 2 stories, you lose your balance. And as you've probably experienced, if you get knocked off your ability to walk, it takes forever to get back up.
Yeah.
So the combination of those 2 things means if you fall like 3 stories, you're probably falling like a good 2 more.
Yikes.
It can be a little deadly out there. All right. Second round. 5 eliminated, huh? Okay. All right.
Woo.
Spring break.
Spring break. Let's go. Shirts off. Hats on.
Hats on. This is a weird spring break.
Hey, everyone needs a good spring hat, okay?
I think they're called summer hats.
I didn't stutter. Everyone needs a good spring hat, okay? Especially for summer break.
Everybody left me alone in my little corner.
Oh god. You still up on yellow?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, nice. You probably got that just about to yourself, I'm assuming.
No, there are actually a fair number of folk, and now I'm down on purple.
Oh, cool. I'm one of the last on the blues.
Oh, now I'm down on yellow.
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna try to jump right there. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, there goes. Am I the only one on purple? I am the only one on purple.
Yes, you are.
I got so much real. Oh, no, I'm not. There's somebody else. Crap, he was above me.
Okay,
There we
I
go.
was gonna say, I'm going down the blue, so I need people to be dead.
Need people to hurt and die. Let's go.
Yeah, if it's all the same to you.
It's all the same to you. I need y'all to go away.
All right, and now we reach the end game where it's basically last person with a tile wins.
Woo!
And usually last person is like 4 people.
All trying to share a tile.
Unless you like, there's a way to do it. You have to like really isolate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to basically try to make it so that you have a corner to yourself and no one can get anywhere near you. But that takes a lot of work and usually doesn't work.
Yeah, I suspect you want to try to stay as high as you can. And like
Generally,
be doing
yes.
lots of jumping just because if you can get everyone below you, you're set on this one especially.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I don't know, if people want to burn stuff, I guess I can, but
Womp womp.
okay.
Oh, you gotta get your dive timing right, friendo.
I do.
And spacing. The spacing is really the more brutal part. Hello.
Hello.
I don't want to be in this corner. Oh, well, that guy
Hi, buddy,
blew
thanks.
both of the spots, huh?
Apparently.
Ha-ha! Look at me.
You got some purple up there yourself? Look at you.
It's like 3 spaces, but yes.
Hi, buddy. Hi, friend. Yeah, let's just burn spaces. That's fine. You guys go that way, burn spaces. I'll go over here. Away from all your chaos. That's fine. Oh boy.
We got me and this crocodile. A lot of space to ourselves. Oh, well, the red panda made it. Damn it.
It looks like there aren't people burning anymore. There were some people that looked like they were burning. They've stopped. Yeah. Good dive, good dive, good dive.
Hey, it's that red panda.
I noticed him.
Yeah, I drove him away from my corner. So thank you
that.
for accepting that donation.
This guy needs to stop burning everything.
Is it me? Am I the guy?
Could be. Are you burning everything?
A little bit.
Oh no, I missed that one.
Oh,
Okay, no, I'm gonna. I timed to dive onto that last little spot that was there on yellow, and I missed it because the gator got there on his timing. So then I just fell all the way to the bottom. Because I fell, couldn't recover. Damn.
Nope.
Oh.
The exact wrong spacing. Damn it. I could have had that.
Oh yeah.
I think. These two are actually playing way nicer than I thought they would. Kind of curious to see who wins.
Question is who can get to that far blue one. Oh, he did it. He did the mean move. Oh, but he fell down faster. Ooh.
Well, yeah, you have to like judiciously use your dive. Ooh. By the way, I'm level 69. Nice.
Nice. What kind of dailies do I even have? 70 rounds in any. Oh, that's a challenge. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, that's Crown Clash. That's not dailies.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Silver and squads.
Yeah, I have a bunch of squad stuff. If we want to do a round of that, maybe.
We could do a round of that. Yeah, because I have an 8. I have 2 of them for. Actually, I have 3 of. No, I have 2 of them for any show. 1 for duos, 1 for a squad. So yeah, we can do it. Put toss squad into it.
Okay, I'll put us between duos and squads then. For you.
Hell yeah.
And hopefully we get duos first so I can take that off the playlist. I mean, I like playing duos, but
as much as fun as duos is, yeah.
So, squads. So here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You have any good soup lately?
Have I? I think that's a negatory. I don't think I actually have.
Oh, man. I gotta start getting better guests for Soup Chat Wednesday.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, because the soup isn't normally part of my my weekly repertoire, if you will. It's usually a special occasion if I get a soup of some sort.
It's crazy. I'm not making it like Soup Chat one day a month. That would be insane.
You'd get a lot more conversations and probably a lot more interesting stories, if you did it that way. Yeah, true. How about you?
Have I had soup? Oh, you betcha I've had soup.
Have you now?
I had some ramen. Again, went back to the place with the delicious Tauntaun ramen. Got some chashu pork in that bad boy. Got some spicy broth. Delicious, what's the word? Not steamed. I don't know, it might be steamed bok choy. The bok choy of some preparation that may or may not be steamed. So that was pretty damn good. But then I also got... What did I also get? I also got...
What? Why? Okay. I'm getting it handed to me here. No, I'm at the flipper part still, and the electrical bars at the end of it, like tossed me way in the air and just threw me way out. It's like, what the hell? Oh, what was that? I clipped my foot on the end of that.
Wow, you are way back here.
Yeah, I'm not doing great. The flipper part gave me some issues. Oh god. Okay.
Now you getting blended.
Oh god. Now I'm with the blender. I'm getting blended with all the bok choy. Oh god. Oh god. Come on, go that way. Okay, that's fine.
The bok choy wasn't blended. At no point was it blended.
Oh god.
You gotta be right on the tip.
Woo,
yep,
baby.
There you are.
Hiya. There we go.
Okay, there's our other friend.
We'll take it.
Can I zoom out?
He's back getting blended with me.
Incredibly close. Wow, the timer did not last very long here. Jeez. We're still in like the 20s of points finishing here. That's crazy. Like a third
that does still seem high. Does the timer go down based off number of people? Like if there's only a few people, it chops the timer?
I mean, even if that's the case, we had 59.
Huh.
So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, because you're right, because normally it trickles down to, like, you know,
yeah, we get way
way
higher percentage of people finishing. That's crazy.
Perfect match.
But I also had other soup.
There's other soup?
After. Oh, yeah, after perfect match, because I can't keep two things in my head at the
Well,
same
you can't keep the food that you ate in a soup and the food that you're seeing on screen separate from each other?
Not while jumping over a bar. That I feel way more confident that I cannot do.
Oh, somebody just fell off. Cool, great. Wow, there's cherries just all around us. Okay, great. The grapes are way up there.
Oh, hey, it's you.
Hi. Oh, cool. Cherries.
One of our friends is still alive. Both of our friends are still alive. By the grace of God.
Grace of God.
Well, that's not the one I wanted to see.
Nope, it is not. Okay.
You're alive. That's good.
I am.
There we go.
Great success.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So, different soup. New soup. New soup.
Better
soup
soup?
I've never had before. I wouldn't say it's better soup because a good ramen is hard to beat.
I'm surprised you brought up soup early because you know as soon as Crass comes on that you're just gonna have to repeat all this again.
You know what? You're right. Let's hold this, put a pin in it, and I have it on good advice that our known friend of the channel, Goran, will be back
See, you know?
tonight. He has a soup question.
Ooh,
Yes,
even better.
we're fielding calls now, like a radio show.
Yeah, so it sounds like we need to wait for that. You're jumping the gun a little bit.
Look, I'm just so excited to talk about soup. Everybody all week is like, hey, I want to talk about soup. Hey, I want to talk about soup. No, we have to wait until Wednesday. You do not understand. Blessedly, all the people that are good at this game are busy playing it on repeat.
Okay. There we go.
Boop, 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 and a boop.
Nice.
I enjoy the pan backwards because I just get to see. Oh, are you gonna get him? You gonna beat him?
Oh yeah!
Yeah!
Yes! Great success.
2.
Hello, 1-2 finish, baby. Those are really what we like to see. And then everyone else can do whatever they're doing on the team.
They are. Oh boy, are they.
So what'd you end up doing for the 4th?
Had a cookout on the 3rd. No, I cooked out on the 4th.
Ooh.
I had a fire pit on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So that was enjoyable. Didn't go to see fireworks or anything because we have the pup, but
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was a, like if you're close enough to a park or something that they happen to have been showing them or...
So my wife looked into it a little bit, and from what she seemed to find, for whatever reason up in Massachusetts, it's a big thing to have the fireworks displays on days that are not the 4th. And maybe it has something to do with it being a Monday. Like, I don't know. I have no real insight to the situation. But yeah, it seemed like there were, like even when I was sitting out, just waiting for the fire to die down on the 3rd, there were a lot of fireworks going off everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be a pretty normal thing that it's like almost like a week-long thing. People just keep firing fireworks like every night.
Well, and I don't even.
I think it was even
like
on stream last week.
people.
Like, yeah, I think it was even just stream last week where I was saying, "Hey, I keep hearing gunshots." Oh, that's right. People are doing fireworks.
Well, yeah, I'm used to that, but the displays were not on the 4th, which
I
which is
see what you're saying.
I
The
find
displays,
weird.
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I have no great insight or understanding as to why that doesn't happen, but yeah, no, I'm used to there being people lighting off. That's normal.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Here we go. This is my
yeah.
actual first time doing this one.
I don't think it is. Didn't we? We did this the night we were playing with Zero and Craft
Nope.
and Crawl. I'm like pretty sure we did, man.
Nope.
Like
I can promise you, this is my first time doing this one.
Okay.
This looks exciting, though. I'm excited for this. Where's the ball? Oh, God, there's the ball.
There are two, by the way.
Oh, God.
I'll get that one.
Oh,
okay. Nobody will
okay.
get the
I
other
guess
one.
I'll
That's
stay.
fine.
I'll stay on the back if you stay on the front, or I'll stay on the right side if you stay on the left side. That's probably better.
However you'd like to. Yes, distract them with two at the same time.
Wahahaha. Do you get that one? Or
All
where's the
right,
other one?
I need this
Oh,
guy
they got the other
to
one.
calm his shit. You got that
Oh,
one?
God. Nope. Maybe. Yes. Maybe. Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Ooh, good save. Good save. Yeah, these two are kind of clueless. You got that one?
I do. Well, if this guy gets out of my way. Hiya!
There you are. I love that it's us basically babysitting.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right, bud. I need you to stop, like, trying to grab me. Okay. All right. I get it. You want to touch the ball. That shouldn't... Can you help? Can you help?
There we go.
Thank you.
Spike, baby.
Dingus is trying his damnedest to not let me... Okay. Yeah, you touch that one. Go for that one, son.
There we go.
You Braziled their ass.
Yikes.
Well, that was interesting. Ooh, please God, put us in like hexagon or something.
Oh, we got something where we don't need Dingus and Dongus. My God.
Yeah, I don't want to do like any team-based game. Even like Jinxed would kind of be a nightmare with these two, I think.
Yeah, we got two leash kids we got to keep in track. Like,
Jeez, man. All right, well,
Fall Mountain though,
that's
hell
like,
yeah.
That's like, I'd say even odds, except that we have Dingus and Dongus here.
They might end up grabbing us for all we know. Like,
He, I swear to you, was grabbing me to prevent me from hitting the ball. I swear to you.
Unfortunately, believe you.
Yep, there he goes grabbing again. If you're gonna grab, at least grab the other team, please.
You'd think. Oh God, the ball.
Yeah, you
Go,
gotta
Franco.
watch out for those.
Yeah,
That's
allegedly.
my pro tip.
Good tip, good tip, good tip.
Professional gamer tip.
What? No! A baller knocked me over. Okay, we're fine. Oh God. Yep, okay. It's all you, friend. It's all you, friend. It's all you, friend.
Yep.
Hey!
Just gotta not screw it up. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, is anybody actually up
There
here?
was a
Okay,
second
there's
guy on
like
the
one
ramp.
guy.
Yeah, and then I was right behind him. So if you didn't get it that time, you would have had competition for sure.
Sure. I was more worried about, like, jumping too early and completely whiffing, because I'm just brutally incompetent sometimes.
Now, if that would have happened, I would have gotten up, because the way the crown was going, I would have been up there with that guy. And we would have been jumping for it.
Oh, I'm level 70 now. That's
Hey,
no
23 on crowns. I got the golden witch bottom.
fun. Hey, nice. Actually, that's probably my favorite of the golden bottoms. Let's see. I have qualify from any round in any show. So what do you got? Do you
I
still
just have to
anything
qualify
for
from
it?
a duos, and then I have 2 any rounds. Right? Yeah, any shows.
All right, duos and hex it is. Let's go.
Let's do.
No, I don't want that. Leave. Perish. There we go. I have been making my way through the newest season of Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think I made it like episode 6 or something.
Yeah, I haven't been watching the newest season of it, so I unfortunately not on that one. How is it though?
Really?
You liking it?
I think you will enjoy it. I'm enjoying it currently. It is a little funny because all of the kids are supposed to be like 14 and 15 and they're played by like 18 to 20-year-olds.
Yeah, they're all growing up. It's like,
Yeah, they really needed to get on that a little quicker than they did. There's a guy, the guy who runs the D&D club reminds me hard of Danny Sexbang. So there's that. It's like if you cross Danny with like Heath Ledger, like that energy.
Huh.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's a little strange, but
Hey, I think I see Dingus and Dongus next to us.
oh god, are they on our? Wait, no, we're playing duos. Thank God.
Yeah, they're not with us, but I think I see them.
Well, I mean that's like one of the lower level costumes from this season, so.
Oh, is it? Oh,
It's still a fairly common one to see. I am running a clean line. There we go. There we
here we go, baby. Commanding first.
Yep. I don't think it's physically possible to be passed.
Hey, no. This is what we specialize in, is these duos, baby.
Oh yeah, no, duos. Oh, I forgot to iterate the win count.
What? Well, I mean, there's only one win so far, so that's fair.
Yeah, we are 1 for 2. I think 1 for 2. Yeah, 1 for 2. That sounds
1 for 2.
right.
Yeah, so we both messed up on that hex.
Yeah. I am surprised by the number of people that haven't finished yet. Unless we started with way fewer than I'm thinking. But no, it seems like a lot of folks are left. What is happening to Gene Henry? They did some teleport action there.
Whoa, I think lag. I'm gonna go lag because I just saw them like floating between two platforms for a little bit.
Yeah, well then they jumped off on the next platform.
Yeah, I think they got some lag issues. It might be a latency problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the people that you think are Dingus and Dongus, and they do not have the same names.
Yeah. Shame.
I don't remember their names, but they're not the ones I'm looking at currently, and that's
You
all
at least know
you
that.
need to know. Yeah, one of them was like demonic or something with like, you know, some leet thrown in there, and I don't remember the other one. I don't know which one of them was grabbing me either, but that's you know, kind of interchangeable.
We can go back and dox him. We'll go back and find his name in the stream and then put it out there.
Well, all
You know,
right.
like responsible streamers.
Speaking of responsible streamers, did you see that Power Wash Sim sponsored RT?
I saw
clean
RT
something in
playing
real
it,
life?
so I was wondering what he was doing.
No, he got sponsored to clean, to like power wash something in real life.
Yeah, I saw his thing pop up to say that he was doing it in real life, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it was him, Kiwo, and somebody else that I did not recognize offhand. I really like the little poster thing that he had put together for that, though. That was I like that art.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
It was like it was the announcement, at least on like YouTube and maybe Twitter. Because they did him in a you know, that like galaxy print suit he has, that, but in like the Power Wash Simulator like coveralls, or like bunny suit, whatever you call those, that like full body
Onesies?
hazmat. Thing. Yeah. Oh, Dirk off a perk.
Gene Henry's still in. Oh, there he is. He just qualified.
Ah.
Apparently his partner did really well in the first one.
Barbaro Dave.
Mikey fades.
Dirk, you gotta go. Dirk, you gotta go.
Go Mikey fades.
Dirk.
There he is. Oh, Dirk.
Wow. Well, almost everybody finished on that one.
Almost.
So what was the guy that we were looking? Did he make it?
Gene Henry?
Yeah, it did. There's Gene Henry.
He's still rolling. Again, his partner's he pulled one on the first one. That time he qualified, so he's picking it up now.
Oh, little do they know.
Little do they know.
Oh, apparently I
suck at
forgot to
bubble
mention it. They did a bug fix today.
Oh?
I didn't most of it was just like not interesting, so I didn't even send it to you. The one thing that was interesting is they fixed that hexagon glitch where some people don't disappear tiles.
Yeah, that's a good one to fix. Gotta say.
I thought you'd at least appreciate that one.
Gene Henry, what are you doing near me? Get out of here, buddy.
Y'all done with that one yet?
It's done now.
No, it isn't. There's one. There's one still up there. Okay, somebody got it.
Whoa. Okay. Swing and a miss. Okay. Unmas. Hey.
Got it.
Hey, and we actually see you qualified. Maybe they fixed
I
that.
was gonna say they fixed that. Neat.
I see
I
two
was wondering
qualified,
if
right?
that was going to be on the list.
You see two qualified?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I want to make sure we're actually seeing the same number too.
Yep, now it's 3.
Hey,
let's
it's
go
4.
find our friend. Go find our friend, Gene Henry. 27, okay. His buddy must be doing God's work. Is really all I have to say. I've seen him get 1. Oh, wait, no, oh, still 1. Ooh, they had 29.
Yikes, buddy.
That's rough. That's real rough.
Oh.
Gorin is here. Soup in all caps. Is a veggie smoothie classed as a soup? Okay. All right, we're just launching into it. No, hi, how are you? Is a veggie smoothie classed as a soup? Now, that is an interesting question. I think based on our previous discussions, particularly if there are like chunks in it, yeah, it's like a blended soup.
So how about a regular smoothie, like a berry smoothie?
I mean, I assume that any smoothie has fruit in it. I don't know that you can make a purely veggie smoothie.
I mean, the question is about a purely veggie smoothie, but
I don't know. I mean, again, if somebody says, "Do you want a veggie smoothie?" I'm assuming there's still like some fruit in
you are making some assumptions there, champ.
I mean, yeah, you could just blend up kale, but then it's kale juice. Kale juice with some bits, like. Also gross, but hello, I'll leave you alone. Okay.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, based on prior discussions, if nothing else, with the rules that we have set, the boundaries, the battle lines that have been drawn, a veggie or a veggie and berry smoothie counts as a soup.
What about just a berry smoothie? Like just a regular smoothie, bananas, berry, all that jazz?
I don't think that the food group composition of the smoothie has any bearing on whether it is considered a soup. How about help you out with that definitional awareness.
I specify that because I did in fact have a berry smoothie, so I guess you could say that I've had a soup this week then.
Hello.
Hello.
Why are you here? And why
because
are you like
you
this?
said, all right, I'll give you this side, so I went to this side and haven't left, and you keep wandering back. All willy-nilly. Oh god, oh, I'm screwed. It's all you, friend. It's all you, friend.
Okay, where is the guy? Over on that side, huh?
Yeah, he's on the right side. The right side's kind of Bjorked. How's your side?
Way less Bjork.
Nice. Well, you got a chance then.
You can thank Bjork for that.
Thanks, Bjork.
Never mind. This
Oh, that is Bjork.
Bjork.
That was slightly less Bjork than I had to deal with. It was bad. It was just like a whole bunch of nothing.
Not that. Wait,
he's just eating up the edges. He's eating up the edges.
Okay.
It was just the lower portions, so it looked weird. You might want to get to the lower. Oh boy. Hey, he fell.
No, I'm good.
You good? You good?
I'll thank you to not tell me how to do my job.
You know, that's fair. I won't tell you how to get crowns. You know your craft.
All right. I had a mango and banana smoothie a few days ago and thought, could a veggie one be classed as a soup? Again, I'm fairly agnostic as far as the food group composition of the soup. I mean, again, if we think of like a hot chocolate with marshmallows as being a soup, this kind of has to be. So you're good on duos now, right?
Yeah, let me double check. I believe so. Yep, I just got to do race rounds from anything. So let's just, well, I got to do race rounds, I guess, from anything. So if we just do nothing but hacks, then that won't
Lily
do
Leapers is a race round.
Oh, okay, good.
So we'll queue us for both.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I think, again, I think a veggie one or a fruit and veggie one, or however you would like to categorize the smoothie based on a mixed composition, I believe that to fall categorically under the umbrella of soup. Hexagravity trials, hell yeah.
Hexagravity.
I love hexagravity. Yeah, I definitely think that counts. My soups for the week were fairly more conventional, in that I had ramen again, delicious ramen with my spicy broth. And then, well, I guess we had, what's the difference between noodle soup and just noodles? Or do you classify them as both soup? Well, noodles, now, like, if you're talking buttered noodles, it's just noodles, more or less. Like, obviously, yes, there's some constituent, you know, fat to kind of help them slippy slide around each other. But, you know, compositionally, it's mostly just noodles. Noodles in sauce, I think, presents a more compelling discussion. But I think that at best you could convince me that it's still like a stew. Because that's kind of like what a ragu is, right? It's like a kind of beef and tomato stew of a sauce. So, yeah, I would say noodles, unless you have them like really swimming in sauce. I don't know that I would categorize noodles as a soup. Goblin,
yeah, I don't know that I'd categorize a spaghetti, for example, as a soup. You know what I mean?
I am really high up here.
Again, unless, like what you said, unless it's like really swimming in it. Again, like a ramen, where it's swimming in broth.
Yeah, it's noodles, but it's also broth and other things. So I think, again, the broth, or, you know, broth or like a thickened broth, or, you know, like a kind of looser gravy is important to the definition of soup. I don't know that you can have, I mean, obviously you can have powdered soup, but that's not, nobody just eats just fucking powdered soup.
I mean,
that's not how it's meant to be consumed.
I mean, Zero might. Who knows? He's weird.
Well, Zero's an animal, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, like, that's like asking, is bouillon soup? They're like, no. No, or is bouillon broth. It's like if you put water in it, yes, but up until that point, no, it's a different thing. Or even like bovril, back to the bovril conversation, you know, it's kind of like a broth, except, you know, it's thickened down. You have had powdered soup. Oh, I've had powdered soup too. It's just, it doesn't become soup until you...
Oh no, oh god.
Oh, there you go.
You saw that dive.
Until you put a broth or, you know, some kind of water in the powdered soup. I've eaten raw pasta before, but I wouldn't say, hey, I had spaghetti and meatballs. You know, if I had like raw ground beef and raw pasta. Oh God, could you imagine? Like if someone said that, that'd be awful. Yeah, no, cup of soup. Yeah, no, we have, I mean, basically that's what like we call ramen in the States. Like there's either the cup noodles or God, what's the other one? The other one is like top ramen is the other, and it's top ramen's not in a a bowl already, but it is, you know, it's still, there's a little flavoring packet. The noodles are there. You have to put water in it. We had a guy in college microwave just the noodles and it smelled like shit because that's not how they're meant to be cooked.
Surprised it didn't catch on fire.
Yeah, you need moisture. Like it.
Yikes. He's like, I don't know why everyone likes this ramen stuff. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got like callus built up in his mouth. Like eating goddamn razor blades or glass. But
or Captain Crunch without the berries. Oh.
Ooh. Even the berries are sharp though. Like,
yeah, but the non-berries are definitely sharp.
Well, yeah. For sure. But no, I still haven't gotten around to saying what the second soup I had this week was. Man.
Look at you.
The second soup I had this week, before anybody else says anything, is cheesy broccoli soup.
I love cheesy broccoli soup.
Never had it before. Don't like broccoli.
Apparently you like it in soup form?
I actually was a pretty big fan, not gonna lie. Yoink.
Okay. Hot chicken. Oh god, chicken. Screw you, chicken!
Well, if you screw the chicken, I'm also gonna have a bad time, so thank you.
Well, no, you screwed me there, so...
No, I know.
There'll be a revenge at some point. Hello, friend.
Chicken is back. Just, you know, as an FYI.
As he's just bodying you around.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere else. I don't like it here. Alright, just me up on yellow.
I mean, do you really have that much real estate on yellow? No, okay.
No, I had like a hex, maybe 2 to spare over everyone else.
Screw chicken, screw chicken! Yeah. I didn't screw him, I just made life a little bit harder.
You're not gonna be happy about this, but it's me and chicken up here on blue.
Okay. I believe in you.
It's now down on purple. How are we gonna do this?
Not easily. Okay.
Hi, I'm coming
Hi,
down with
friend!
you.
Oh god.
I knew that was happening, and I took efforts to not make your life difficult.
I appreciate that. Oh, hi, friend.
Hello.
It's us. We'll just
Yes,
be
it
gentle
is.
with this.
It's just you and me, friend.
Bye, friend. Bye, friend. I think it's you.
Goodbye. It is very much me. You could have waited. You could have waited. But no. If you're gonna come for the king, you better come correct. That is another crown. Yeah, cheesy broccoli soup. Pretty good. Probably the best way to consume broccoli. Is my hot take.
It's a hot take, but I can't complain. I love cheesy broccoli soup.
It's pretty good with like fresh baked sourdough bread. Pretty good. It definitely needs some bread or something to like mop up though, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah, just feeling hashtag blessed to get to try a new kind of soup. You know? It's not every day that you, or not even every week, nor every month that you get to experience a new form of soup. Oh, now here's a fun question. How long into your life do you think it will take for you to have tried the last new soup that you'll try? Like at what point in your life will you no longer try a new soup?
Probably the day I die.
You plan on having a lot of soup near the end of your life?
I know people are going to keep reinventing things and innovating, so I plan to always keep trying things. My philosophy's always been that I'll try anything once. So people keep coming up with new soups, because it sounds like your question's more of a mentality thing rather than a resource limitation thing of when am I going to stop trying new stuff? Well, I'm never going to stop trying new stuff. If your question is when are you going to run through it?
Question.
Okay, that's a different question. When am I logistically going to run through it? Now the question is, how fast am I trying new soups? Like if I'm trying a new soup every day, that's quick.
More the question is like, how often would you say you try new soups? Do you try them often enough that like you think you got a pretty good shot? Like, oh god. I mean,
whenever a new soup is presented to me, I'm not necessarily opposed to it. So again, it's a bit of a complicated
You're not
answer.
opposed to it, but like, how often do you take that leap? You know, like I feel like it's still like a bit of.
Well, same thing. Whenever it's presented to me, it's like, oh yeah, I'll try that, sure.
Well, if you're in like if you went to say wing night, if you went to the grill and they're like, hey, this week we got a special new soup that you've never had before. Are you likely to just try it just to try the new thing? Like,
yeah, potentially. Yeah, we'd probably just do that as like an appetizer or something ahead of time. And just be like, yeah, I'll do the soup and then I'll also do the wings. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But if it's soup, so you're just way less likely to have soup if it's not a soup you've tried before, or if it is a soup you've had before.
Correct, and then I'm less likely to seek it out. Like if I'm like I want to try a bunch of new soups, and I like get a book that has a bunch of soups in it to go through all those soups, I'm less likely to do that. If I'm presented with soup, then yeah, I'm gonna try it. But if I have to do the work and figure it out and be the creative one on, I'm like
that would actually be a fantastic cookbook for me. Like, as just like a thing to do like once a week. Okay, cracking out the soup book. What soup do we want this week?
There you go.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun. Like, become like a soup guru.
A soup Nazi, some might say.
No, we won't say that. It's the hill we die on. Could curry be classed as a soup? So I think we've talked about this before, but I definitely think the thick curries, which tend to be described as like a stew, especially when served over rice. Again, stew, we have that debate as to whether stew counts as a soup. So I think if we say a stew counts as a soup, then yes, a curry would count. I think if we draw that line where the stew no longer counts as a soup, then we are done with the curry conversation for very similar grounds.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same thing with, like, if it's like a Thai curry, like that definitely tends to be more soup-like. Any sort of a curry where you could just drink the broth, And that can be a thing, kind of like a ramen, how you can just drink the broth. Like, that to me goes as a soup. So I've had Thai curries where you just can drink the broth as is. You're just like, oh yeah, that's real good.
Goran, do you have opinions on this since you posed the question? I assume you have an opinion, but I'm curious where you stand on these issues, these important issues facing us as everyday Americans and also not American distinctly.
As people. These issues that unite us as the human race.
Such as what actually counts as soup. We're gonna need a soup. Oh, actually, you guess if it's not thick, it could. Okay, yeah, that's basically where we're at. I actually have some soup news. Just, you know, soup news occurring in the wild.
And the wild, wow.
Yeah, I saw that UNESCO officially declared borscht a World Heritage Food, given the war in the Ukraine. Obviously, Russia opposes it being declared a specifically Russian hungry. Wow.
I fell down the hole.
Yeah, you did. Rip Bozo.
That's a good time for me to go get a refill. But yes, keep going.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh no, keep finish your story. Finish your story.
Yeah, so borscht has been declared a World Heritage Food. Given that, so you know, just a neat little bit of a soup trivia for the week. A little bit of soup in the what would I call it? Like the world's eye, you know.
So how long will it take for that to be a Jeopardy question?
Don't know. I mean, it could probably be as soon as next season, depending on if there's a soup category in Jeopardy. Has there ever been a soup category in Jeopardy?
We could hope.
Tell you what, if I went on Jeopardy, I absolutely would dominate a soup category. I would suck at pop culture and a lot of other things, but I think I got soup on lock. Is like canned like corn, you know, stuff that has a little bit of juice in there is like maybe like a preservative. Does that constitute a soup of a kind? Like, yeah, I don't like the implications of that.
Well, that kind of sounds like the coffee one, where it's like, I don't like the idea.
I don't
of that,
like it, but I think mathematically that works out that way.
Although, or is it the intent of what you're consuming? Because you're not intending to consume all the liquid in with the like all the water with the corn. That's just there as a not a processing aid, but like a storage aid, I guess. And maybe a little bit of a processing aid, I guess, to help it like pour out of the can. So the
thing I would say
count?
about that is you're kind of correct, except that I'm pretty sure my wife will just eat like a can of corn. Which I personally find kind of detestable, but
well, then I guess it depends on how you're consuming it. So I guess the way she consumes it, the answer is yes.
Yeah, she may put like a little bit of lemon in there, but like, yeah, so that I think, again, it's kind of a thing that I hate saying out loud and agreeing with, but I think that kind of constitutes a soup.
Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah, not a huge fan of the statement, but is it correct? Probably. I'm not happy that I'm over here with this bullet.
Yeah, you didn't cut him off in time, unfortunately. I saw what you're trying to do.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead, yeah.
He's dead. He is dead as doorknob.
Yeah, that's because blue is York, as we say in the industry. There's no bueno.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, everyone else is on blue and dying, so yeah, you're good. Although you got nothing, you got one platform to land on.
Yes, sir, I do. Don't even
And
need it.
they didn't make it to it.
So I have to Google mushy peas. I'll be honest, I really don't want to, but as a courtesy.
Wait, why are you Googling mushy peas?
Because Goran, was Goran's follow-on question. Are mushy peas?
Oh, I might have been away grabbing my drink during that. That's why I'm.
Yeah, this looks awful. Oh my god.
I mean, mushy peas, I think, are a soup.
Are they a soup?
I think you'd consider them a soup. You eat them with a spoon, and they're just kind of like.
It says a side dish. Well, again, my question in that was like, is a dal a soup? I don't know that a dal is a soup. You serve this with fish and chips? What is wrong with the British? Good lord.
Well, I guess you might categorize it similar to like a runny mashed potatoes, maybe. So it's very mashed potato-y in consistency, but I think thinner.
That's fair.
It's not quite as thick.
That sounds.
So that's actually that might not be a soup.
I don't like the adjective runny with mashed potatoes.
Yeah, so
I see packed into a bowl, dipped in batter, deep fried, served as a pea fritter. That sounds much better. A pea fritter, like a croquette type situation. That sounds much more palatable. I would much prefer that.
Yeah.
And I will give you just a Lily Leapers so we can actually get you a race round. It's like liquid peas. See, liquid peas is pea soup. That, like, what you're describing has more liquid than what all the images I saw. There was a particularly egregious image. I also want to point out, like...
Yikes. You can just put it up on your stream if you want.
I will have to figure out how to do so. I think I have to switch like an input or something.
You're showing the game, right? Not your screen.
Yes, I'm
yeah, you have to change which input you're doing. You can do that though.
I'm pulling up the snipping tool.
If nothing else, you can just change it to doing your screen, and then you can pull that up on your screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I need to change like what shows up on the screen. Let me see if I can do this. I only have game capture on this, of course.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
I will figure this out, not in the middle of the round.
I guess. I think I just have to qualify from a race. Or for a number of races.
Well, hopefully you can do that. It's like 24 people. That seems doable.
That seems doable. Woohoo! That was a good hit. Oh, but that's a good one too. Okay. I'm failing into success.
Oh boy, it's my personal hell.
Okay.
Oh, hello. How the hell? Alright, well that guy did a thing.
Alright.
Let's see, Game Boy Small. Let's see, I feel like I can add sword, display capture. Yeah, we'll just capture display. Yeah, that works. No, God. Oh, it's showing that.
Well, put that down. Put that down, and then you're good.
That. Yep. Okay, doing that. All right, so that should show it. So here.
Well, we're just seeing Fall Guys at the moment.
I know. Okay, I'm moving it over. Look at this picture. This looks pretty bad. This looks kind of appalling.
Yeah, I don't like the texture on that at all.
The texture, I mean, it's probably closer to a soup, but like it looks.
It's closer to snot.
It looks so vile.
Yee.
Oh God, it looks nice, Goran, my man.
Nice? Oh man.
No.
I mean, I like guac, but that's not even guac. Like that's something else.
Bad, Goran. Good Lord, that. Oh.
The British need to get some good food. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I love fish and chips. I understand that's a heritage dish, but like mushy peas
Is a heritage dish, yeah. But
beans and toast is strange, but like I would try that 100 times before.
yeah, I could do beans and toast. That sounds good.
Those specific mushy peas. Good Lord! Oh no. Yeah, so that's gonna haunt my nightmares. It's like, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the monster in SpongeBob where like they cook a bunch of crap together because SpongeBob is like off from work or whatever, and so they have like Patrick or Squidward fill in, and like it becomes sentient and starts attacking town people. That's what that reminds me of. That specific thing. World Market, find you some mushy peas. I'm sure I could find them in like a Wegmans or something in like the international aisle. I will have you know, I did go looking for Bovril, could not find it. So that might, I might be able to find that, but it will take a bit of doing. But I will try Bovril well ahead of these mushy peas.
Those yikes.
A little yikes.
Again, I'd try it once, but I can already tell the texture of it is not friendly looking.
Hell yeah, I beat him. Yeah, no, those... Again, some of those looked better than others. That was by far the worst picture on the Google results.
Oh no!
It's not...
That was bedtime.
Oh, there we go.
Yikes. Hurry up.
That is made a little worse by the fact that that was on my recipe of like authentic, home-cooked British mushy peas, and I'm just like, I feel bad because that's probably someone's like family recipe, but I don't know, man.
It just looks too mucusy, I think, is the problem.
Yeah, there's some moisture there. Like, I don't think adding okra to that would make that look more slimy. I like okra, but I will fully admit that the gooiness is something you have to kind of overcome and work with in okra.
Yeah, I don't think I think taste-wise, that probably tastes really good. Because I'm all for like mixing things together and making them look like dog food.
Croquette, that sounds awesome. I would love that. And in fact, actually, speaking of peas, we're now far afield from soup. But the like farm share thing we are doing, we actually got some shuckin' peas this past Friday. We had that with the cookout food, and fresh peas that like you shuck yourself, they're pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I think that's one of my favorite vegetables they've had so far. And I would probably not make mushy peas with it, but I would certainly consider making a croquette with it, because that sounds pretty appetizing once it's all set up.
Okay. I'm definitely not getting first in this. Oh, and that one goes the opposite way.
Oh, this is the one where we race to the finish. That's a problem.
Yeah, this one, only first place gets it. Yep. By the way, this is the final.
Fuck! I had it and I missed the jump.
I believe it. I do not have it.
Damn it, I had it by like 5 to 10 seconds. That sucks.
Wah, wah.
Oh. That's probably the closest I've come to actually winning on that specific game mode.
Oh, really? I'm actually surprised you don't normally win that one.
People are like, I'm pretty good at that speedrunning one, or that speedrunning tech. Some people are way too good at it.
Okay. So I got mine now, so I'm good with us doing like hex and then, I don't know, like a duos or something, like just
I was thinking of hex
regular
and
stuff.
duos.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect combination.
Yeah.
Look at us.
But yeah, I'm torn. I would say that I would make some croquettes out of the fresh peas, but I feel like I like the taste of just the fresh peas without like frying them or anything like that enough that I feel like that might be disrespecting the ingredient. I don't know. I'm kind of torn there. He has gone away.
I'm here. I hear you.
Oh no.
Donna Gorn or... Oh, I thought I hit A. I'm sorry.
Well, that and combined, and I looked on your stream and I saw you kind of like meander off screen.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
no. I was putting my desk down.
Okay. Like he's doing something. Don't know what it is, but he's something. But yeah, no, I dude, those fresh peas, dude, shucking vegetables is fun. I don't care what people say.
Fun's a word. I mean, if you had to do that every day, you probably wouldn't think of it as
If I had to do it every day, I would probably grow to hate it, but I enjoy doing it the few times of year that I do. I guess it'd be like my grandfather-in-law. When we went to California recently, my mother-in-law wanted to make some corn on the cob and I wasn't doing anything, so he's like, you shuck the corn. Grandfather was like, saw me doing this. He's like, have you must shuck a lot of corn. I'm like, no, not really. I probably haven't shucked corn in like 4 or 5 years. Like, I don't believe you. You're doing that way too quick. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I feel like there are a very limited number of ways to shuck corn.
These hands were just made for shucking.
Apparently.
Jump up. Okay. Yeah.
But nah, I find it fun. It's a little Zen activity, I think, is probably part of it. Like, it's just, you just sitting there, you're just shucking, you know, talking to folk or whatever it is you're doing in the background.
Whatever it is people do.
Yeah, whatever it is people do is an alternate shucking activity. Well, that's not ideal.
Well, you went way down there, friend.
Yep, I did. Someone,
Luckily it's round 1.
yeah, that's why you make people jump.
Oh god.
I was on like my tertiary landing spot and someone took that. Yeah, all right, well, have much due here.
Just need one more person to fall. Hey, there he is.
What were you down on blue?
What's that?
Were you down on blue?
No, I was down on yellow.
Okay.
It just still made me nervous.
Love this. Dude, I like this. If they had a mode where it like alternated between this and like low gravity thin ice, I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be a real fun way to do. Ooh, what if they had low gravity jump showdown? But like you couldn't land on the bar? Like, yeah. Oh.
Boy, I'd definitely throw off some timing.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
interesting.
Now, how about salsa? Salsa, I feel like we also discussed if it's a particularly loose salsa, I would say yes.
Again, I think intent is what matters. Do you plan to drink the salsa? If so, then yeah, I guess you're having it as a soup.
I mean, some people could, but you don't have to. It's a soup, but you're using an edible spoon, my man. That's all that's happening there.
Truth.
You're not gonna like it, but that's what it is.
Truth. We just have a word that describes having that edible spoon, and it's called salsa. Is this like a everything goes back to crabs type of situation where everything is just going back to soup?
It's starting to feel a little bit like it, you know? Oh no! You almost did me a dirty there, Fran.
Oh, you just did me a dirty, no.
I returned the favor. You were fine.
Allegedly. And I got some grabby guy right here. With the clown nose. Sprinkles and clown nose. Yeah.
Really? That guy's going my way.
Yeah, he's grabby, just FYI.
The guy with the helmet?
No, kind of a sprinkly blue and pink coloration, but then he's got just like the glasses and clown nose.
Look at
The disguise, I guess, or whatever it's called.
All right, I'm kind of was expecting more people dead by now.
Yeah, this is going a little slow.
We're being honest with each other.
Well, we're the only two on purple at the moment, so this is good.
No, there's a guy over here.
Oh, is there? Oh.
Yep, and that's kind of a problem for me.
Yeah, but now I'm going down to blue.
Oh god, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Wow.
There I go.
Hey, Apple.
Well, more time to ponder the nature of soup. Now we have
salsa's place in it.
We have to ask another question: is any drink with ice in it soup?
No. Water with
No?
ice? I don't think that's soup.
You don't think that's a bit of water soup?
No. We got
not?
to start drawing some lines somewhere.
So there has to be flavoring. It can't just be straight water.
I think that's a start. That's a single bit of a line.
Consist of unflavored, unseasoned water.
Yeah, we'll start there.
Okay. We'll start there. Is coffee soup? Warren, that's where we started this damn question weeks ago.
So, does soup have to have been hot at some point?
No, I don't think that that's true.
You don't think it's true?
I mean, even I know you cook dessert soups in a lot of cases, but I don't know that it having been hot is an important step.
Like cooking it, for example. Like you cook it up
Yes,
and then you can cool it down, kind of a thing.
I don't think that has to be a determiner. I think every soup that I can think of, including the bizarro ones that we categorize as soup because we lack a better definition, all end up that way. Like, unless you make cold brew coffee or, you know, like cold brew tea, that's... But again, I don't think that the heating is an important thing. Because theoretically, you could make you could basically do the same thing with broth and just like soak chicken things in it. You have different concerns because you have like, you know, contamination issues potentially if you're using like a raw chicken to make your stock, but you could theoretically make like a bone stock that without cooking, I think. I think we just do that to make it take not like days. He is focused. He is laser focused.
I just don't have any other opinions about the heating part of it. Again, I think we as a society need to start drawing some lines somewhere. The question is, where are the lines?
We don't know where the lines are, but goddamn, do they need to be drawn?
Otherwise, everything is soup. Steak is soup. Tell me why steak isn't soup if it's juices.
We already determined that there needs to be liquid. If you're determining that the steak juices are make it a soup, now is a French dip a soup? Is it like a soup served like apart, like, you know, a deconstructed soup, if you will? I think there's an argument to be made there. Not a
I'd
good
call it
one,
a salsa. Has the same intent as a salsa, right?
You know, you're
edible
right.
spoon.
Edible spoon. Yeah, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
French dip is a salsa.
How many times have you like mopped up the soup remnants with some bread? Like, realistically. Yeah, I was gonna say you need an exit path for that.
Yep, no, I got an exit path for that. Oh god. I'm gonna go over here with you guys, get ahead of everything. Okay. Okay. No. Oh no. Oh no. 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 He got it. Because he got his foot down on that last one where I didn't get my foot down on that last one. And that's the grabby boy too. Man.
Oh, damn. How about if you blend steak into a liquid paste, would that be classified as soup then? Are you asking me about Bovril in a very roundabout sense of the word? Because this sounds very close to. I mean, I don't know how they make Bovril, but you know, meat paste seems to be a general descriptor.
I think I'm having some technical issues here. We'll see what happens whenever we go in. You can look at my stream, you can see.
Oh yeah, that looks a little strange.
Yeah, it only gave me, like, it showed me the 3 medals, like the 3 rounds we did, but it only gave me the first medal and then left the other 2 blank. And that was the first sign that there was a problem.
Well, we're both falling.
Yeah, we are both falling, so far maybe this will fix
you're
it.
Falling on your screen too, yeah. I'm joining a duos, so I would really like it if you were present for that.
I would too. Let's find out.
But yeah, I mean, again, I think particularly if you leave chunks in the blended steak, that you have a strong case for soup. And again, that's how like a cooked salsa is made, is you cook all the things on like a grill or on a griddle or something like that, and then you blend them to varying degrees. Like that's exactly how you make a salsa. So yeah, like I have no real problem with that. Conceptually, again, no one would do that because, like, to be perfectly blunt, the idea of a blended steak shake is something even Steak and Shake, I think, would admit nobody wants.
I mean, once you get really old and everything's tapioca or blended shakes.
Yeah, maybe you want a blended steak at that point, but like, even then, you would probably prefer the option to actually be able to eat a normal steak.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go on a limb, say no one's wishing they had to eat astronaut.
That's a poll you should put up. Who prefers blended steaks versus non-blended steaks?
Yeah, what is that? What's that joke? It's hard to get like 90% of people to agree on anything. I feel like we could probably get 90%.
Yeah, I feel like that's only because they aren't posing the right questions.
Yeah.
Do you like your mother? Yes or no? It's like, well, most likely, but you might still be within the 90%.
But like, you know, you have some derelict mothers in society. That's a thing that happens. Like,
it is. And some animals who don't appreciate their mothers. Yeah, I get. But you probably be in the 9%.
Dude. Like, maybe they just like. Maybe
are you suggesting that you can have bad steaks?
You could very much have bad steaks.
So if you have bad steak, is it better to have a bad steak or a really good blended steak?
I would have to try a blended steak first to really be able to, you know, drill down into that question with any authority. You know, maybe if we ever do like a drive to affiliate, that could be like a stream goal. Is like, okay, if we get to 50 followers today, I will blend a steak and drink it live on stream.
Boy, you have to get a good blender for that.
We did just get a magic bullet or whatever, or a NutriBullet or whatever.
I don't know that you can fit a whole steak in there. I mean, you can get a little steak and put it in there.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, one, you get a small steak, you chop it into pieces, or two, I think we have like the bigger cup. Because they come with multiple sizes of cup.
You don't chop it up. The people want to see a full steak instantly turned into not steak.
Can I add some beef broth? Please? Please?
That depends on the people. You might need to pull that one.
As a treat? No, Goran says. Well, see, here's the problem. You're already following, so you don't get to have a vote. That'll be pure.
Suddenly unfollows.
Yeah, unfollows to refollow on that day. That. Oh god, that sounds like such a brutal challenge of will. Like,
oh god,
how would you describe that event happening? Pure
Mortal Kombat, but yet less Goros is how I.
Mortal Kombat, but somehow less appetizing.
But somehow less arms. It's like, what? Like, tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, I can't in that, there hopefully will be no arms blended in the course of blending the steak, but
unless you get an arm steak.
Those aren't a thing. Oh no, snake sour. That's a weird name, and I don't. Maybe I just think it's a weird name because of the conversation.
Maybe it's Snake Sawyer, perhaps.
I don't think I've ever seen Sawyer spelled in quite that shape or size.
Sawyer might need a hard W. We need a poll.
And the Y sometimes, but yeah. But yeah, okay. Now, that we can. I am not adding mushy peas to it, you violent animal. Why?
That's a way to quote unquote wet it.
Oh God.
How you doing on Soup Chat? You still good with it right now?
I wasn't feeling particularly ill, but good Lord. God damn, that is... What is it about the British that you think you can go places and just be violent? Like, what is that? What is that instinct? There's like, your parents not hold you enough as a child? Like, good Lord.
It's because they had to eat mushy peas.
But yeah, I mean, you know what? Fair. If I was fed nothing but mushy peas and beef paste, I probably would also hate everyone else.
I'd have an attitude too.
I could eat other things. Oh Lord, that is so brutal. Like, Jesus, that sounds so bad. I mean, again, if you were to say, like, take some beef chunks and put it in the pea-based croquette, that sounds better. Every form of this, except the one suggested, sounds better than what the actual food is.
Oh God, I got hit. I actually got hit by the armbar.
All right.
Yeah,
that's not
great. But that's okay. I think I'm still glitching and having problems.
Nope. Out for now.
Yeah,
but your squad are still in it, and I don't believe that is the case. Yeah. It says eliminated.
Yeah, mine still says out for now, but my squad is still in it. So yeah, I
I
walked into that one glitching, and I'm still glitching. So I'm going to chalk up to glitching.
Maybe give it a hard restart there.
I'm going to give that a hard Alt F4. And we will be right back after these messages. From Mushy Peas Incorporated.
Yeah, brought to you by Mushy Peas and Steak Shake.
Mushy Peas is not a sponsor, but could be if they want to be.
I don't think it's a brand, dude. I think it's just a food that people...
I'm talking about all-encompassing Mushy Peas are not a sponsor, but if all Mushy Pea brands want to be a sponsor, they're happy to do so.
What do you mean all brands? Like Goya is... Okay. You know what? I'll ask the guy who's actually seen this before. Goran, is there like Goya brand mushy peas? Like, who makes these? It's like a purely like a thing that only... Well, you said it was in a can, so it can't just be a thing that like British people make at home.
Oh, they got to sell it in stores. Like, yes, you can do the homemade. It's the same thing. You can do homemade, or you can sell it in stores, or both.
I guess if you can make a burger in a can, there are many brands of them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like, okay, so like, are there any brands that I, as an American, would know? I'm not talking like, Smithy's Old English brand of mushy peas or whatever. In like, is there like a Tesco? I'm assuming there are store brands. So like,
I'm sure there are Walmart branded mushy peas.
Yeah, is there like Walmart branded mushy peas? Is there like Tesco branded mushy peas? Like, is that a thing? Or, wait, okay, let's back it up. Are there store branded foods in Britain? Bachelor's mushy peas. See, okay, is that a real company or is this a prank? Because I can't tell. Like, and yes on the store brands. Okay, so yes, I could go find like a Tesco brand or branded mushy peas.
Yeah, except if there's a Walmart over there, there's going to be a Walmart branded one.
Brand. Unbelievable, except fine. I will choose to believe that that is a real brand. Bachelor's mushy peas. God, why? I know it's not spelled the same, but like, why? Just so many things. They make noodles and pasta. Do you mean to tell me that they sell it like pre-canned, like a step beyond even like ragu or like Prego, like jar sauce? They make it with the pasta included? Because that seems like insane to me. Please God, let it be.
I think of Bachelors, and I think of like the the brand of like frozen meats, or not frozen meat specifically, but frozen
Hungry Man.
Hungry Man. That's what I think of whenever I hear that. Oh, I'm actually out. I just got thrown off the side entirely. Holy crap!
Huh,
ouch.
Okay. No,
But yeah, I think of Hungry Man whenever I think of Bachelors.
Packeted pasta with powdered flavors, so it's like the Italian version of ramen. Okay, that's strange, but I can at least conceptualize that. That's extremely bizarre to me. Or wait, are you... Is it... So it comes with the pasta, it's not like... There's like, I know like Kikkoman has like, say, tiki masala packet, or like Mongolian beef stir fry packet that you add probably some water and cornstarch to, if I had to make a guess. But those don't come with the noodles. It's all in one packet. That is bizarre. That is utterly bizarre to me. Is it just the sauce? Did they tell me, for the love of God, they don't do like a dehydrated meat sauce in it? Please,
this is Britain we're talking about, of course.
I know that they probably do, but please, for the love of God, just tell me they don't. Lie to me to my face and tell me they don't. I just don't want, like, no one wants astronaut space pasta. Like,
I mean, how about dehydrated mushy peas?
God, no, that's what we just call dried peas. Like, that's just like dried cracked peas.
But it's pre-mushed and then it's dehydrated.
It's pre-mushed. Okay, let's never say that again, please. First, to start, let's agree that term is out of bounds.
Oh, so now we're drawing lines. Okay.
Hey, I was always about drawing lines. It's just we question where that line was drawn. That's a very different question and/or problem. Oh God, he's laughing. I am getting laughing emotes. I'm not getting confirmation or denial of the Satan spawn. Yes, it's all dehydrated inside. They give you dehydrated meat. You.
How else are you gonna package it?
You just
store
it's like hamburger helper. You just buy ground beef. That's the answer.
Yeah, but if you want it packaged all in one box, you gotta dehydrate it.
Oh no! Why do you want that? First, okay, why do you want that? Are you a doomsday prepper? Like, what scenario do you want dehydrated meat product?
I don't know. I'm a mother of like 6 kids, and I need to just open a box to feed them. That's when I want it. Or I'm a bachelor and I'm lazy as hell.
It can't take longer to brown ground beef than it would take to rehydrate and cook ground beef. I
don't know about that. You're literally just putting open box, pour water, put on heat, and run away. Versus browning it, getting it ready, and then you got to pour in the other stuff, and like that takes timing instead of just put it all in at once.
What do you do to get ready? What? Oh, I'm not even gonna look at chat.
You could burn the browning of the meat by going off and having to do other things.
Well,
whereas this way, you just put it all in at once.
Unless you leave it on like nuke, you're not gonna like seriously scorch your beef. and the end texture would be so much better than reconstituted space meat.
Well, so would just making everything fresh, but you know that's not the target audience and the target reason for doing that.
Pasta and, okay, I'm looking at chat. Bachelor's pasta and sauce, chicken and mushroom flavor pack. I'll be honest, I thought that America had the monopoly on like insane foods that shouldn't be packaged in like a can or in like a packet, but now the Brits, man, the Brits have apparently decided to enter the fray.
Oh, the Brits have owned it for fresh food too, like fresh or prepackaged. Yeah, their foods are weird.
Chicken and mushroom just sounds like a chicken marsala packet, which, if I'm gonna be honest, is probably one of the better ones to do that for. Like, I'm still not thrilled at it, but
I mean,
like,
you've seen Great British Bake Off, and you've seen like some of the like savory things, like the savory meat pies and like some different things. Like sometimes it's like, what in the world are you putting in this thing? It's like, this is the traditional way to do it. It's like, none of that sounds flavorful.
The idea of a meat pie.
No, I'm not either. I'm saying there are some versions of like a meat pie or some things like that where it's like, none of that sounds appetizing. But there are kinds where, there are kinds that sound really good for sure. But like when they go back to like a traditional cooking of some of those instead of like an updated, newer way of cooking it, it's like, oh God, why would you do that?
Rich bolognese flavor. I mean, so Gurren, I have Italian like a couple generations back on one side of my family. I don't even use jarred sauce, so you're not going to convince me that that is any reasonable facsimile of a bolognese. And and this is really where I'm falling down here. The idea of a dehydrated meat product in a bolognese sounds fairly unappealing, pretty much categorically.
Just add water, baby, and it's good.
I mean, that's what we're asserting would be good, or would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I question many things about it, but yes. Oh, I made that. Okay, no.
Oh, you missed that one, but okay.
I did. I got distracted by smoky cheese and pancetta flavor. Like,
that sounds good.
It sounds fine, but like, I don't want that out of a packet.
Where do you get your smoky cheese out of it? Do you smoke your cheese fresh every time?
I don't, but like, I trust a vacuum sealed thing way more than the packet. Even we're being honest with each other's. Which, I see no reason why to not be.
Are you being sponsored by like the vacuum bag company?
Oh God.
Oh, that seems fine. You bounced a little bit. Let's see who's up top. There's 2 people up top. Or up in purple still, so.
Why are we violently burning this entire side? Why are we like this?
Because somebody doesn't like dehydrated meats.
Alright, I mean, he's done left me alone, so.
I mean, this guy apparently doesn't even like jerky of all things. Oh my God.
I like jerky. Jerky's fine. I don't.
It's dehydrated meat.
I don't.
In a packet? Please tell me you don't want jerky in a packet. The sole way it's usually put and packaged.
Please live. I'm not.
Nope.
But
Nope.
Where were they? They were up on.
They were up top.
Yellow?
They were on purple, but they were just falling as you did, and there was nowhere for them to land. So they had a lot more fall time.
Damn. Okay. Well, I made it as close as I reasonably could. Yeah. I mean, also. And again, I hate to harp on this because I'm sure that the company's been around about as long as my country. Why is it called Bachelors? And also, is that how you spell bachelors in the United Kingdom?
I'm going to assume it's because they make batches of things.
I would accept that. I would accept that on a pun basis, but like, is bachelor spelled with a T in the United Kingdom? Because we don't spell bachelor with a T. That's Well, I know it's the brand name, Goran, but like, is that also how the word is said?
Like, is it somebody's surname?
Is a sauce, but it's also a brand of sauce. Like El Paso is a town or a city, but it's also the name of the taco seasoning company. Like, companies can name them. Apple. Apple is a great example of a brand name that is also a word. Like, I'm just trying to suss out, like, again, we're assuming that this is a real name, that we're not being tricked. But yeah, it's bachelor, like if you got like a bachelor's degree, or if you were an unmarried person. No, you spelled the same. Okay, that's fine. I know some words spelled differently, like the whole sulfur thing with the PH and the phosphorus versus the F. Yeah, that is fine.
I think you're just making things up now.
I am specifically not, but I appreciate that you think that about me. What do you think I am, Goran? I'm not just making things up on the fly.
So next question, is Bachelors essentially the Hungry Man of the UK?
That is a good follow-up question that I am curious about. What happened to you?
I don't know. I got caught on something. In midair? Question mark?
Okay, that's strange.
I'm back on the top track, baby. Oh, I'm back off the top track, baby.
That was quick. Yeah, is Bachelors like a Hungry Man or like a Stouffer's? Like, I mean, it must be like a Stouffer's. I'm assuming also that there's Stouffer's in the United Kingdom, but I could very easily be wrong on that. Like, I don't know.
See, now you're making me want to make some bangers and mash in the morning.
Dude, the Irish place down the street from us has really good bangers and mash. Yeah, no, that. I have learned a lot tonight. I don't know how I feel about really any of the things I've learned, but I certainly have learned them. That is about all I am willing to commit to. It's only 9 o'clock. What the hell? It feels like it's been 3 hours.
I think it's all the hex. I think that's what it is. It's definitely not the soup chat.
That actually could be it. That could very well be it. You guess it could be like Stouffer's. Okay, I'll accept that. That at least helps me, again, like, kind of categorize it in terms of things that I already know. Oh my god. Pasta and sauce. Smoky cheese and pancetta flavor. Again, all this makes me want to do kind of have a pie in a can. I am going to assume that you don't mean pie, like canned pie filling, and that there is actually a canned pie.
I'm hoping it's a nice big cylinder. You got to crack the seal on it. You pull it open and it's just a whole ass pie.
Like the canned cranberry sauce where it kind of just slops out. A full pie in a can. No.
I mean, if anyone was going to can it, it would be the UK, for sure.
It would be the British. Your climate is not meant to hold things for extended periods of time. No, that sounds awful and kind of like the canned hamburger thing that I mentioned before that, like, only gets brought up in terms of, you know, abominations against God and or country.
Why not both?
Whole pie in a can. God, I'm gonna Google this now. I'm gonna be upset. I just need to Google something so it's not like.
Is this why your last Google search isn't mashed peas?
Yeah, that specifically. God, no, that okay. I'll be honest. It's probably because I'm in America, but the first results are like Blue Buffalo Shepherd's Pie canned dog food.
That's not canned pie at all.
What in the Christ am I looking at? What in the hell?
You gonna share with class?
I have to go.
You should have the settings already ready to go now. You gotta just click the button, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll do it after this round. You know, I saw Frey Bento. That's the name.
Ay, yeah, 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 yeah.
It's also, it appears to be a meat pie in a can, which is somehow worse.
Yeah. Again, we just had this conversation.
Somehow way worse. Canned meat pie, like. Like, did the Romans really do that bad of a number on Britain that they are carrying on this legacy to this day? Like, what? Full canned pie that is a meat pie. Steak and kidney pie. No, again, I'm fine with the concept of a meat pie. That is not where I fall down in the What in the? Oh, that's new. Oh, that's new.
Yeah, what are
I
these?
like it.
These seesaws? Oh god.
You bet your sweet ass they're seesaws.
Oh god. Good thing you got ahead of everyone.
Apparently.
That's a mess back there.
I would 100% believe that. I gotta finish this quickly so that I can show stream the canned meat pie that the British have decided need to exist for science.
Like you said, a meat pie doesn't sound bad, but whenever you do like a kidney and liver meat pie and you're like, those are the meats you chose, it's like, why?
I mean, I can even respect that. It's where you start canning that I find the whole thing to be.
I just feel like there's better cuts of meat nowadays that you could do instead of. Again,
I mean,
those.
my main argument there would be, I think that one of the most palatable ways to eat like kidney and liver probably would involve spicing it and putting it in a pie. That's.
I mean, if the goal is I must eat this kidney and liver, then yes, okay, sure, fair. If your goal is I want to make a tasty meat pie, I think there's better choices.
We turn on the display capture. All right, well, let's see. Let's Windows Control. Yep, there. Okay, so you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. I'm watching now.
You see this shit?
That is, how do they get that coloring on it? Is my question.
Chicken and mushroom. I don't know.
Do they chemically get that coloring, or do they actually bake it first and then cut
the inside? Like, it looks like pot roast in a can, which again seems fun, but I really question how you get like a crispy pie texture. I'm assuming
I think you sacrifice that.
Yeah, you must, right? Like you
unless you're supposed to, do you heat it up in the oven to try to get that texture back?
Like how do you prepare this, Goran? How about that? Let's
start
give
there.
him a chance to defend this.
Yeah, we're throwing a lot at him.
I mean, okay, Goran, I need you to level with me. Do people eat this? Again, is it like the canned whole chicken or the canned burger that like nobody in their right mind touches? Unless they're like trying to prep for doomsday or like particularly down on their luck? Is this like a thing that, yes, people do eat it? Oh my,
is this depression food? Like, poor, but also depressed? I mean, but all senses of depression.
Goblin, first off, it's called the Blitz in Britain.
Well, I'm not talking about the Great Depression. I'm just talking about, is this...
Oh, I see. Oh god, there's gravity.
Yeah, used to that.
There's gravity.
Can't make the same jumps that I made before. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, this is very dense. I feel very heavy.
My friend. My friend.
Hi.
Oh god.
It feels so fast.
It's so fast. This is gonna go so much faster. Hi, friend.
Hello.
Oh god, I went down like a couple levels. Oh god. Oh god.
I cannot wait to read whatever Goran has put into chat for preparation instructions for this information that has been presented to me. Oh, I don't like... Oh god. Nope, there I go. Well, I was doing well, and I missed a jump.
Well, that'll do it.
Godspeed. Don't know.
I don't know what my odds are, but I don't think they're good.
You got it. Not that jump. Oh, it was duos. I forgot about duos.
Yeah, we almost got a win there.
Let's see what these instructions are. Place in a preheated oven, 450 degrees, 230 centigrade, gas mark 8. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes or until the crust has risen and golden brown.
Fan or no fan?
Fan or no fan? That's a great question. It doesn't say that the fan has to be turned on, so I'm not going to assume that. But okay, I mean, that sounds like baking. So is it just a pre-made pie that it, okay.
You basically just reheat. It's a pre-made pie you remake. Yeah, you reheat.
So that's kind of my question, but that sounds very similar to a frozen pie. Is this stored at room temperature? Is it a frozen? You can get microwave ones too. Okay. No,
oh god, that's an abomination.
That sounds like a TV dinner, but like even worse. Because that is going to be... You want to talk about soggy bottoms? A microwave meat pie sounds like...
They probably put the little stuff on the bottom like you do with Hot Pockets to try to help it crisp. In a microwave.
Are there like preservatives in it? Is it like just dough and vacuum sealed? Like... Is it kind of like Pillsbury where they put so much dough there's no room left for air? Like you have, I don't want to say piqued my interest because I don't really want to eat one of these per se, but like I'm at least curious about like, you know, manufacturing and like storage.
There's a way to ship a pie to you, would be to can it.
I mean, yeah, they have a good shelf life. I mean, I'm sure they do. They're canned. Like canned. I'm gonna have to see if this exists in the international. I have so many things to go shopping for all of a sudden.
Can you buy canned pie off of Amazon?
I don't think I want to Amazon a full pie in a can to me. That is.
What? That doesn't sound appealing to you?
I think that is a special hell. Like that is part of the dystopian future that. You know, Lord Bezos is desiring for us, but I'm not going to hasten its arrival through my own actions.
You know you really, really, really want to send one to Zero.
You're not wrong about that. But that has way less to do with full English. No, I'm not doing that. Full English breakfast in a can. I just can't, dude.
I mean, that's
I find the idea of eating baked beans weird for breakfast. Like, that I find weird and unsettling.
I don't know. That to me sounds pretty good. I'd do that.
I mean, okay,
that's because I already like baked beans, so you got to start there. I guess.
I'll do the full meat pie, and you'll do the you'll do the full English breakfast.
I'll do the full meat pie. It just doesn't need to be kidney and liver and other random organs. Like, how about we do meat?
I would probably prefer the kidney and liver to the chicken and mushroom. I think.
Really?
I'm not a big mushroom guy.
I guess. Okay.
And I don't think that it being in that exact environment is going to do much for the texture of the mushroom.
I mean, mushroom isn't necessarily known for its texture, so I mean, I think it'd be fine.
But that's part of mushrooms that I don't like, is the texture.
Oh,
I actually
really?
like the flavor of mushrooms perfectly fine. But the texture, especially if you don't cook them right, is just god-awful.
Interesting.
Yeah, full English breakfast in a can. I think I've seen full English breakfast in a can.
Yeah, oddly enough, that one actually sounds okay to me. But that's because I'll do like the garbage pile for my breakfast, where I'll just pile everything into all in one, all the meats and hash and everything, just put it all together and then eat it that way. So that's not weird to me.
I'll be honest, this, oh God, no, that is, okay, so I was going to say, this looks like it's just, you know, pork and beans in a can. And then I saw the thing that called out the fact that there are what they describe as egg nuggets in the can. And I think I had assumed that parts of the sausage, or what I had assumed was sausage, is in fact logs of fully cooked egg in baked beans.
Oh, they're okay, if they were like chunks of scrambled, that's one thing, but logs of...
Oh yeah, no, okay, we'll have show and tell after this round, it's fine.
Oh, God.
The idea of a log of fully cooked egg in baked bean sauce is possibly worse than the mashed peas.
I don't know about that. Those are some claims you're making there.
I mean,
Camera, why would you do that to me?
Do you want, like, I want you to think of eggs and then think of, oh, that looks like sausage. Oh wait, it's eggs. Like, does that not hold a certain je ne sais quoi to you?
It does.
Oh man.
Like, I would go breakfast burrito style when it comes to the eggs. Like, get scrambles and chop them up kind of a thing.
Oh God.
I don't know that I would do log.
Yeah, I know you can get haggis in a can. That's not gonna be really any better than anything else described.
That's you, buddy. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls.
I know. I am well aware. I'm really aiming for that other guy, though. All right, fine.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of aiming there, and you cost me second place.
All right, time to go do whatever this is. Let's do one of those. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do. So we see this picture here. That's egg. That appears to be egg. That's not just sandwich or sausage. That is egg in a can.
Sorry, chat is in my way for that. There we go. Yeah.
Get right out of the way. That appears to be egg.
So those logs of sausage are in fact logs of egg?
Those are in fact egg logs, and I think that might be a deal breaker. At least for me.
Huh.
So yeah, that exists. Again, I knew haggis in a can is the thing. Again, I have to ask, if you're gonna bother eating a full English breakfast, you're gonna just make it, right? Like, please tell me that people know the answer is gonna be, of course they eat it.
Oh, yeah.
What are, like, yeah, of course. I'm sorry for even asking the question.
Again, you're paying for convenience to have it all in a can. A full English, to cook a full English, you know how long that takes?
I am just asking, I am a man clinging to hope against all hope.
Or at least how much stovetop you need to have available?
Yeah, Britain is pretty small. They don't have these expansive ranges like America. I don't. My spirit's a little broken compared to when we started today. Well, maybe not when we started today. I've had a lot of problems at work today, but definitely since I started streaming. I was all excited. What for soup chat, and the soup part of the soup chat was just lovely. Everybody's been absolutely stellar. But also full English breakfast with egg nuggets exists, so how
those are egg logs we talking about.
Yeah, I definitely take issue with calling that a nugget. Like
an egg nugget to me sounded okay, because it sounded like little pieces of, again, egg,
I'm thinking like a chicken nugget, like something that size. But
I was thinking even smaller than that.
I literally thought it was sausage. That is insanity. That is something. Is all I really have to say about that.
It was something.
I'm impressed that I'm not the only one alive yet. That happens like half the time this version appears. All right, we up to second. We've had it a few times. Again, like, yeah, I don't know why. I'm sorry for asking the question. I should have just taken it at face value that everything you're bringing up is like real food that people will eat. Honestly, it's probably not like as bad for you as like a Pizza Hut pizza, like with, you know, meat lovers. Like, you're probably less likely to kill yourself with that with a heart attack.
Well, I think it's less of a how good it is for you and more of a texture problem, I think, for me, more than anything.
I mean, yeah, I feel
things.
like, aren't like Little Smokies canned sausages like that?
Yeah.
I can get over that. Obviously, baked beans come in cans. Canned eggs, there's just something wrong with that as a statement. I don't care for it.
Canned pies are what I'm taking the most exception to right now. I just feel like it just would, you have a very soggy crust and stuff like that. Just
So
sounds
here's
so
what I'm
unappealing.
going to say about that, especially if you bake it in the can. That's not that different from a pie tin. Like, when you get down to it, it's a pie tin.
Yes.
It's
So
like
putting it in the oven,
piece.
that was peace. Putting it in the microwave,
Yeah, the microwave one, that I don't see how that can work and be tasty in any meaning. Okay, you go that way, and I'll go that way in like a minute. Yeah, I don't see how that can be like a yummy.
oh god, there's a
that-
thing there. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought there was still a spot there.
Yep. All right, time to go murder this guy in game.
Myrtle. Go myrtle him. He's probably gonna myrtle himself the way he's going things. He's almost on the backswing there. Whew. He's recovering. He's recovering. Get him. Cut him off. Ooh. Oh, he's struggling. He's struggling. And he's out.
There we go.
Nice.
Alrighty. Yeah, I know. Again, I definitely agree. The microwaving of pie. Again, you're right. It's basically like a hot pocket. At the end of the day, that's basically all it is. I mean, I'm not a fan of hot pockets, but like, I mean, at least they're not lean pockets. Lean pockets, I actually detest. They lack really any redeeming quality except convenience on a time basis.
They only
But,
give you the
yeah,
benefit that you want of them being healthy.
Yeah, I mean, it's less bad for you, but like the compromise on flavor makes that. You might as well just have Soylent at that point. Like, just just
It's like,
make
yeah,
a protein
cigarette burn
shake
is
and do it.
less burny than, I don't know, a house fire, but it's still burny and not great.
Or like, what was it, like the Ensure? Like, you can get the little jugs of Ensure that are like, meal equivalent, at least nutritionally. Like, just do that, dude. Like,
Would that be
had
considered a
those as
soup?
kid. That is not a. Again, if anything's a soup, then yes, everything is a soup at all times. It's really sort of a cosmic gumbo, if you will. But I'll be honest, I don't even remember what I was saying at this point. Like, it is sticky toffee pudding in a can. I'm gonna need a reminder of what sticky toffee is, because I feel like that is a British dish. I could be wrong.
It is, but it's really good.
I think I've
dessert.
heard that from people who have had it that I know.
I mean, think of toffee. Think of it being sticky.
Yes.
Think of it being like a pudding
yeah.
thing. There's a better descriptor than what I'm doing with it, but I've had it like once or twice. That's pretty good. Oh, hi, friend.
Hello.
Yeah, this is only making us bad at regular Hex.
Yeah, it's kind of deadening the reflexes. For sure.
Why would you grab me, friend? I don't understand.
Because he's your friend.
Apparently. He grabbed me for reasons. He went down further than I did. Like, okay.
All right. It's so nice. I'm not trying to come off against like canned goods. I like canned food fine.
Do you though? You kind of poo-pooed just about every canned food tonight.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this seems good. I mean, the canned part again seems a little strange. I see sticky toffee sauce. I see like a cup, like a little pudding cup type thing. No, that's why it said Canada. I don't want Canadian sticky toffee. Yeah, pudding cup. No, a bunch of chocolate
making
pudding
assumptions.
stuff coming up. Yeah, I'm not seeing canned unless like Mr. Kipling is a brand of sticky toffee pudding in a can. In which case I'm seeing a lot of it. Chocolate ramen soup. Okay, are we still naming real things? I have to ask. Is chocolate ramen soup a thing? Is it really? Hi, sorry that happened. Or congratulations, whatever. I'm not reading all of that. I hate people sometimes. Chocolate ramen soup, yeah, okay, oh god, I'm gonna have to read a paragraph after this round, but that is fine. I like reading. Reading is a hobby I perform occasionally, recreationally.
Oh god. I recovered.
Are you dead? Or
No, I just I took a dive and then I like rolled on my side, so then I just started falling. Like, oh god.
The basis of ramen soup is noodles, and then it's usually paired with egg, vegetables, and sometimes chicken, but not this weird soup. In this version, chocolate is used as the main ingredient. First brought into existence for Valentine's Day as a collaboration between Japanese sweet maker Latte and a popular chocolate brand called Ghana, like the country of Ghana. Is that a chocolate brand? I've never heard of that brand. Jesus, hi, thank you for that, Goblin.
Just helping you read. Continue.
It's I mean, it sounds like a trick, not like a trick, but like a not special occasion. That's
an
also
April Fool's joke that went real.
Yeah, like a promotional item that people then like
ran with.
Yeah, or like continued to exist for reasons arcane and unknowable.
Mysterious. Kind of like meat pies.
Are you a fan of chicken soup? Yes. Are you a cop? Is this a trick question? What's happening?
If you're a cop, you have to tell me you're a cop.
Yeah, if you're a cop, you have to tell me.
That's in the Constitution.
Well, he's British, so, you know.
That's in the British Constitution.
Magna Carta? My God.
That's important stuff.
I bet you're not a fan of this chicken soup. You're talking about the are you talking about the goddamn chocolate ramen? Because you're probably correct. Unless you're telling me that they do a kind of like a mole thing, where it's like, you know, kind of like the bitter chocolate, not like, you know, milk chocolate. I don't really want a milk chocolate chicken soup. Controversial statement, perhaps.
Perhaps.
But, you know, one that I feel pretty confident about. All right, well, that guy's over here now, so there's that. Oh, and this person also is here.
Oh, and this guy's burning things for a reason.
Burning it all to hell.
Yeah, why is everyone burning everything? Oh god, that was a bad dive, bad dive, bad dive. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. Well, I'm in the bottom, so I'm just gonna burn everything.
Okay. That seems reasonable. Chicken nuts soup as a manhood? What? Are we playing Mad Libs now? What's happening?
Chicken nut soup?
That's kind of what it sounded like he said. And I'm not happy about that either.
I killed a guy, apparently.
I am proud of you.
Another guy died. Yay, I'm making holes and killing people.
Again, very, very pleased with this information. Can you burn everything down there? Because I got, like, some real estate.
I mean, I also got to try to win. This isn't duos.
It is not, but you could help a bro out. Be a real bro about it.
Oh, that guy grabbed me midair, killed himself and me. Thanks. Like, why?
Oh boy, everybody's kind of split up now.
They are.
Yes, excellent. Wait, that guy died over there? That's not great for me, but...
What are you gonna try to go for?
The stuff immediately below me.
Immediately, you say? Whoa, I don't know what happened to you there, but okay.
I just fell a level.
It looked like you were falling and had 0 hexes under you, but then you just kind of like bounced up a little bit.
No, there was a hex there on my screen.
Okay, there was definitely not a hex on my screen.
Yeah, you can see it if you look at my stream. I can see it. It's weird and like shadowy, but it was there.
Yeah, my screen, it definitely wasn't. I was like, you just died, and then you bounced up. It was weird.
Yeah, immediately.
Looked like you were a hacker, is what I'm saying. I'm trying to call you out here.
Chicken nut soup as in manhood. That was a Campbell's soup. I love that for me. Oh,
so is there a Campbell's soup called manhood that's chicken and nuts?
Let's go look at chicken nut soup. Should I have safe search on?
While I do that, I'm going to be right back.
Ghana and chicken and peanut stew. I see that. If we said chicken and nuts stew, that would be... I would be more okay with that conceptually. You know, again, quantifying all this as we've been talking about the difference between soups and stews for months now, but yeah, it sounds a little bit more appealing as a stew. I would say.
Well, you looked at chicken nut soup and found it appetizing? Is that what I'm guessing?
It's like a Ghanaian chicken and peanut stew. That description sounds
okay,
better than chicken nut soup. For reasons.
Yeah.
Also, we're in duos, by the way.
I see that. I'm assuming this isn't hex.
All right, smartass.
Well, I mean, we signed up for only 2 things, right? Unless you put us in more things.
I don't know, did I?
Did you? Okay, I'm rolling. Okay.
Don't roll. Ack.
Ack?
Hey, I said rock. They use certain parts for the broth, I think. Okay. Believe that. With
Certain parts, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's how
I believe
describe
that.
most
Why wouldn't you use
recipes.
certain parts for the broth? It's better than no
Dried
parts.
fish? What? Okay, chicken peanut butter soup. That also sounds okay. I wouldn't
I've
really.
heard
I
of
don't
a
think
peanut butter
rooster
soup.
nut-
I've never tried one though.
Rooster nut soup, huh? I think that's a different recipe. All right. Well, just stick to plain chicken soup. I mean, yeah. I'm perfectly content with chicken noodle, or chicken and rice. Matzo ball soup, I think, has chicken in it. Pretty good. What else? What other kind of chicken soups are there? Good chicken chowder.
Would you consider biscuits and gravy a soup?
It's kind of like a reverse soup, if you follow me there. Normally, the chunky bits are served on top of the brothy bits, but in this scenario, the brothy bits are served on top of the chunky bits. Also, Goran, just for your benefit, we in America have a thing called biscuits and gravy that's very different from like a biscuits and like syrupy sauce, like biscuit like as in candy, or not candy, cookies. Biscuits to us are these kind of like, how would you describe it? Kind of like a roll, but like made differently.
Flaky, yeah.
Yeah, like a flaky pastry, usually savory thing instead of a cookie. We call those cookies. So biscuits and gravy. No, not quite like a scone. Maybe a bit more savory. Unless
More
they
butter.
have
Well, not
savory
about more buttery,
scones.
but trying to think of the alternative, how you describe it.
Not sweet.
No, how you describe the biscuit part of it.
I mean, it's not quite a quick bread. Also, and again, and I cannot emphasize this enough, the gravy is like, you take a roux, like your flour and your fat, you cook that together, and then you add usually like a milk or a buttermilk you can add, and then like salt and pepper. That is the gravy part of the biscuits and gravy. Not probably what you know what? Since we have the time, we'll do another show and tell American style. Real quick, like biscuits and gravy. Yeah, let's get some images going of that. I gotta put the display capture up. Yeah, like these are biscuits and gravy. All you see how it's this very thick, viscous substance with this very airy, light.
Definitely not slimy.
Definitely not slimy. It's sausage in there. That's usually sausage gravy. Very tasty, very delicious. Very different from what a British person might conceptualize as a biscuit and gravy. Probably not a soup. Again, you could convince me maybe of a stew, with the biscuit basically kind of subbing in for like the rice that you would, commonly serve a stew over.
Hey, oh, hey, look at me.
shit, that one. Got us another gold.
Nice, 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 nice.
Somebody is qualified ahead of us.
I believe it. There we go.
A bit like mushy peas and biscuit. I swear to God, Goran. I swear to God. Oh, no. No, because this is... It's
good.
not slimy. It is good, yes. Oh, I feel uncomfortable with this information being presented to me.
I mean, then we could get into the conversation about grits, I guess.
Yeah, Goran, do you know what grits are? Let's just start there. Are grits a soup, Goblin?
Oh boy. I would think yes. Unfortunately.
Ooh, I think most of the American South is going to be upset with you.
That's not quite mashed potatoes, but it's runnier than mashed potatoes, so I'd...
Never had them, but you know what they are. That is the important starting, you think. It's kind of like, not risotto, what's the other one? Polenta. It's a little bit like polenta, where it's like a corn, I don't know, what would you say, like, it's like
mush.
Corn.
Mush
well, it's
corn.
not mush, but it's like...
Mashed corn, yeah.
It's not mashed corn, okay? It's not even remotely... I mean, you got the material right, but... And the end texture right. Well, you were in Texas not long ago. Okay. Did you have shrimp and grits? Because oh god,
This is gravity. There's gravity.
I love the brief moment of panic that we both have every time.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do the jump over here and then over here, and then oh god, none of that happened. Would you not consider grits a soup?
I think, again, that you make a lot of people in the South very unhappy at you with that declaration.
Well, I didn't say anything about whether they were good or not. I just said it's probably a soup.
Oh, no, I know. I'm merely asserting that the declaration that they are a soup will be upsetting to the South.
Oh, certainly. It's upsetting to most people. Grits in general can be upsetting to most people, too. Okay. I say as I knock myself out. But that's okay, you're still in it.
Gotta cut a bunch of people off.
It's just you and them guys. I'm blue. It's you and one other guy, I'm blue.
And it's
just
me.
you, I'm blue.
Oh, you had crawfish and something? What'd you have with the crawfish? Were they boiled crawfish? I love crawfish. Sorry, I got excited about their crawfish. Did they call them crawdads where you were? Also important to know. I love how most of this evening has been just pelting Goran with questions. Like, what about this? What is this real? Does this exist? Is this good? How does this work? Good lord. Crawfish and something. I'm excited to see what the something could be.
Have you ever had canned like grits?
Cornbread? Cornbread would go with crawfish.
You're ignoring my question now.
What's your question? Sorry, I was
busy thinking. You ever had canned grits?
No, God, no. I don't think I've had instant grits either, for what it is worth. Although, no, you know what? I might have had instant grits with the determination that it doesn't, in fact, save you all that much time. at least for smaller portions of grits.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I like grits. I first time I was down in Florida for work, I got some shrimp and grits with a little bit of cheese. They were pretty good. I don't really enjoy having to go down to Florida for work, but I do enjoy the food in Florida. Hello.
Hello.
I don't know how I turned around so fast, but I'm not complaining.
Air brakes.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it's either that or Tokyo Drift. There's no other ways to turn around.
At least not quickly.
Mm-hmm. That guy landed and grabbed me like a jackass.
Yeah, he was grabby up top too, if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah.
Alright, you're just gonna have a nice solo time. Please, God, just leave me alone, you piece of shit.
Okay, we're both.
I was very far from the bottom, but like, still, just leave me alone, dude.
Right?
The back of the dragon without someone in front of it kind of looks like sushi to me.
A little bit. Like tempura.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a shrimp tempura specifically.
Yep. I get those same vibes.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. I'm glad I'm not like hallucinating or something.
I mean, if you are, it's a mass hallucination in two different locations.
That's a different problem. I'm still waiting on what Goran thinks he might have had with the crawfish. I feel like he's dodging the question.
Probably purposefully.
I was gonna say, again, we peppered him with a lot of questions tonight. It would feel,
and you personally insulted his family.
Cajun etouffee, my God, I love an etouffee. So that's basically a gravy, my friend. An etouffee is a fancy Cajun gravy, and it is damn good. This little marshmallow demon-looking mother.
Yeah, they're so grabby.
Yeah, just avoid them.
Or attack them, one of the two.
Viciously attack them. Alright. 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 Alright.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm just gonna burn all this because I hate everyone over there. Hello.
Apparently. Hello.
You're going towards the burn zone. Can't in good faith recommend that. Was it Razu's? I don't know what that is or who that is, but that sounds like a Cajun place. So it was probably pretty damn good. As I said, Cajun etouffee is just wonderful.
Last person just go away. There we go.
Yeah, I was kind of getting nervous a little bit.
I'm like, this is feeling like a final. I don't like this.
Now I'm gonna look up Razu's. Razu's Midford. Razu's Cajun Cafe. Cajun Gata location. Oh, it might be a chain. Is it?
So he said he can't recommend him or can?
A chain. Yeah, you went to a chain. That is crazy. I've never heard of this chain. It is in North Carolina. There's one in North Carolina, one in Oklahoma, and then a bunch in Texas. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of times I say chain derogatorily, but a lot of times if they're like small regional chains like that, where, you know, they're mostly, even though it's Texas, it is still one state. You know, you can get some quality stuff. And I mean, I like Popeyes, and that's like the chainiest of chain Cajun food. So like, not really like I have a ton of moral high ground to stand on, but you know, it's tasty. I love Cajun food. Hello.
Oh.
Goran, if you ever stop by Massachusetts, I will make you some of my gumbo. If you're ever in town, I'd be more than happy to share a Yankees version of gumbo. Although there is a pretty good Cajun place down the road from me, which I know again sounds insane because it's the far north, but it's pretty good. Whataburger is the bomb. I have heard good things of it. I have never... Let's see, is this a true statement that I'm about to say? Yes. I have never been to Texas. Well, we are gonna have a bad time.
I don't think Whataburger is specifically a Texas thing, but
it's that part of the country at least.
It's a southern thing.
Yes. I mean, I've been to the South. I can say I've never been to a Whataburger.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if there wasn't one like in Florida or something. There definitely would be one in the Carolinas.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I mean, again, I'm not sure. I'm not saying that it's impossible. Marshmallow Man is still above us. Been twice this year. Oh, hello.
Hello. I'm trying to kill this crocodile guy. There we go. So I know. You got places to go though. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm out. Place that I was about to land on, a bunch of people just like sort of, or a guy ran past and took out. It's like, ah, crap. Hey, the white guy's out.
Thanks, crocodile. What are you? What was your plan?
To hand it to that guy.
That guy?
They must be.
Yeah. Good lord.
I saw that. It's like, why? Yeah, I guess they're friends.
Okay, we're gonna find Whataburger locations. Whataburger locations. It is based in Texas. Can I not just see all of your locations, or okay? Texas. Search. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch in Texas.
Yep, makes sense.
I mean, I feel like I should be able to see where Whataburgers are. Locations. Nope, this is not. What states have locations? Headquartered in San Antonio, Whataburger currently has more than 850 locations across 10 states. Arizona, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas.
Really?
Okay.
No Carolina. That actually surprises me.
I'm less surprised about that.
Because I thought I'd been to one, and I thought it was in Carolina. Must not have
now
been,
let's find Florida. Yes, show me Florida. How many and or where in Florida are they?
Maybe I had it in Florida. Maybe that's where it is.
Browse by state. There are, okay, so there's also 2 in 10, so there are by state, 24 in Alabama, 34 in Arizona, 6 in Arkansas. There's now 1 in Colorado. There are 38 in Florida, 1 in Georgia, 2 in Kansas, 20 in Louisiana, 9 in Mississippi, 3 in Missouri, 11 in New Mexico, 34 in Oklahoma, 2 in Tennessee, and 712 in Texas. So there's maybe a small difference. Okay. None in. What about down like south? Can you show me? Okay, they are all in northern. They're all in like the Panhandle and like northern Florida.
Gotcha.
So
that makes sense.
Okay, so I will not get to go to one working where I work down in Florida.
Yeah, no, I've been out to like Eglin Air Force Base, which would be up in the Panhandle, so that's where I've had it.
Okay.
Being up around that area.
Oh God, I'm gonna need a slight bit of help. I'm getting hit by every snowball that exists.
Well, you see where I'm at.
Yeah, you're ahead of me.
A little bit, but not by much.
Stand up.
Stand up. Thank you. There we go.
Oh, what? You're doing
I don't
fine.
know. The beans just need to calm down. I almost had some trouble there. Hiya! There we go. Oh, you still got that for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Math worked out. Let's see. What other fast food chain? No, I'm not playing the fast food game. We can go back to soup. So, everybody's homework for this week is to have a type of soup for next week. Do we understand the assignment? I think we do. It's pretty clear.
No, it's actually not clear. Do we have to actually consume said soup, or do we have to have it in hand, or do we just have to know a soup to share with the class?
I like the idea of having a soup in hand to experience and review live on stream.
You just said everyone must have a soup. That's not actually clear.
That is fair. It is not.
Have it in mind, maybe?
Clear.
Just a soup that we've thought of throughout the week? That would definitely be having a soup, right?
I think that either you eat the soup during the week, or you have some soup on hand for a live review next Wednesday.
So mashed peas is what I'm saying. What I'm hearing.
Did you say mashed peas?
Yeah.
It's mushy peas, first off, so get the name right. Put some respect on it. Those peas didn't get mushed just for you to call them mushed peas, all right? And weight was T classified as soup. We determined that only if you make it very poorly was it considered a soup. If you particularly fucked up making the tea, would it be considered soup? So if you would like to, knife your tea bag open in order to fulfill the requirements of the assignment, I can't tell you what to do specifically, despite my many attempts.
Just
but that
tonight.
seems like maybe you could just eat some soup and enjoy it. I don't know. I don't feel like eating the soup is that big of an ask. All right, well.
Okay.
All right, well.
Okay, water balloons. Okay.
Yeah, they're picking on us.
Man.
Get up the goddamn thing. Okay, well, could have gotten on that one, but people in front of me were brutally stupid.
Oh, it's the first time I've ever been denied.
Giggity?
Oh god,
I don't know.
I'm
why I
actually
said
doing
that.
poor. I'm doing real poor.
Okay, well, if you could stop doing poor.
Well, we'll qualify. It just won't be pretty.
I'll accept that.
I'm hoping everyone else is just not doing good too.
You're out there.
Whee! Here we go. See, we qualified. It just wasn't pretty.
Fourth is fine. Fourth is more than acceptable.
But it's not our 1-2 that we're used to. That's the thing.
It's not. It's not. But, you can't always get what you want.
No.
Also, so now I'm having the reverse problem. Remember how I'm like, oh my god, it's only 9 o'clock? Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, it's 10 o'clock. Where did that hour go? It was It just went by like that.
It went into your rage about things being canned. The blind rage, if you would. Yeah.
Oh God, the channel trailer is just gonna be like a super cut of me bitching about soups.
There you go.
I mean, it would be a biblically accurate trailer for the channel. Which, you know, be not afraid and all that. Hey, I like this one. Razoo's. I'm gonna have to keep this Razoo's place in mind if and when I go elsewhere southwise. I mean, my preference is always going to be to find a shack or find a place that people, you know, a little hole in the wall, but
find the local stuff, yeah.
When you need something, you need something.
Yeah. Punched me completely out. Man, that was rough. Yeah. Get up there. Nope, that's not up there.
I got it.
Nice. All these beans. Hey.
We're good.
Nice.
And we actually finished first, unless the game randomly decided to break again.
Nah, that felt like a first.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've had several rounds where I thought it felt like a first, and it wasn't somehow.
I'm surprised there isn't a second yet. That's what's now confusing.
Yeah, that's more why I'm confused, and why I'm thinking the thing is broken.
Well, normally it showed me as 0 and you as 1. Okay,
That's
there's second
fair.
qualified.
Okay,
Wow.
there's a 2.
We were just that far ahead? Holy crap.
We're good at this game.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, I've got this win counter at 7 tonight, so that's, I mean, you know, it's not quite the record-setting performance we had on Friday, but it's pretty solid. 7's respectable.
You mean 8?
I mean, who's to say?
Yeah, it's gonna be an 8.
Okay, there we go. Like 4 teams qualified at once. And like, are we gonna like just not have enough people qualify? Like, how does this work? Because I am getting tired of watching people hop around popping bubbles.
I was gonna say, they are taking their time.
They are taking their sweet time. All right, well, would have been more if you had some mushy peas. Doran, how do you like time out a user in Twitch? How does that happen?
Alt F4.
You click on the name. Where's timeout? Yeah, we're good. Okay, there it is. Timeout Goran UK. Let's time him out. Timeout 10 minutes. Okay.
10 minutes. Jeez.
I was gonna just do like 2 minutes, but it's like, good lord.
Jeez.
Oh god! It also deleted all of his messages. That's weird.
What have you done?
Can I undo the deletion of all those messages? That's
probably
crazy,
not.
Dude. Oh,
I didn't know Twitch did that.
I didn't know that did that either. Well, we've all learned a valuable lesson tonight.
Don't talk about mush peas.
Don't talk about mush peas.
Mush peas only bring anger and hatred amongst fellows.
87 messages may be deleted. Well, that is something to learn. Sorry about that, buddy. Again, I thought it would be like a harmless little, you know, you delete, you know, pause for like a minute. No, that is a serious offense, apparently. This is why I shouldn't be given power, coincidentally. That's my back. That probably saved my life. Oh god, when you weren't here, I was doing the Spartan playlist with Crawl. I think it must have been on Friday, maybe it was Saturday or Monday. Well, there you go.
Go on.
And it got to the point where the only thing he needed to do was get the lost helmet on this. And it refused to give us this game for probably like an hour and a half. And then he missed it the first time, and then he missed it at the hour and a half later on the second run.
Oh man.
It was pretty comedic because he obviously got brained by the thing getting sent through. Is there really no way to undelete messages? That is stupid, dude. Wow.
Well, that's a good way to lose a follower. Good job.
Twitch, what is you doing? That is something.
I'm surprised a timeout is enough to delete all the messages.
Yeah, I
like a ban or something, sure, but
yeah, I thought like a ban would delete things, but like that seems aggressive for a timeout.
Is it?
I don't know.
Maybe, are they disappeared for the whole 10 minutes? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, no. It just says 87 messages were deleted by a moderator.
Wow.
Yeah. It. No remorse. That is crazy. I'm upset because that had a lot of history. A lot of important information about soup and canned goods or whatever. Is there like a neutral term for a product?
I guess calling it good.
Product. Yeah, I guess canned product would probably be the most accurate. If you're gonna grab somebody, can you grab that dragon?
I was working on that dragon actually, or I was working on the robot rather, the robot dragon.
I am okay with this. I am not thrilled, but I'm okay with it. I am okay with this. I'm very okay with that.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm very
super okay with this.
Very okay with that. Yeah.
Right now, it's just my own incompetence that'll take me out.
You know it. Ooh, the Amogus almost died. All right, I
saw something there for you.
Yeah, I kind of had a, force a thing there. I feel like we've gotten shafted on the timing more than they have.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I feel like they've had pretty easy goes of it so far. Outside of like one oscillation or revolution, that's the word. Ooh, Amogus is gone. It's just that other guy. Is Goran allowed back? Goran, are you still there? I untime banned you, so hopefully you're allowed back.
Hopefully it didn't just like kick him out entirely or something. Like, man.
I really hope not. That would be unbelievably. Oh, okay, you're still here. That was worrying, is what that was. Like I said, learning about different Twitch functionality or lack thereof. Thank you for learning with me.
We learned a lesson today.
Now I'm gonna not remember the name Razuz, except maybe throughout that Google search. Maybe that'll be enough for my catfish brain, my goldfish brain. That's the word.
It might be a catfish brain too.
I mean, I'm thinking about Cajun food. Delicious, delicious fried catfish. You ever get the feeling that guy is just in it for the long haul?
unfortunately. He's probably like, why don't they grab each other?
I mean,
two guys that look exactly the same.
Ooh, there he goes.
Hey, it's just us.
Just us.
100 years.
And what was that about? No, actually, it was your brutal incompetence that killed you. 100 years, cursed
100 years.
twin. I love that for us. Oh, that is one. You were right. That's 8 on the win counter. Really, it should be like 9 because we got like a double win. Both of us.
Yeah, we should each get crowns for that separately. But then add them
I
up
got
together.
this blue inflatable outfit. And I got another crayon.
I just got a crayon.
1122, so we're about 42 away from the cool color. That's neat. All right, what do you think? One more, or you think that's it?
If we're doing one more, not a hex. I like being able. I like doing multiple things instead of just jumping.
Okay.
Would be my opinion. Yeah, so I'd say let's do one more duos and we're good.
One more duos. One more. Hit that return. And then we will call it a night. We have been going for just about 3 hours. So actually, yeah, that lines up nice. As long as we don't eat it on the first round, we probably will hit that target.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned a lot. We've learned. What have we learned, Goblin? Hit him with some of the knowledge that we've acquired tonight.
Mashed peas.
It's mushy peas. Still not getting the name right. It's fine. Hit him with number 2. What do you got? You got more things that we learned. What did we learn?
Canned asparagus.
That I don't think was mentioned even once. Unbelievably. We ranged far and wide, but somehow did not touch on the Utopia.
Grits and liver?
Grits and liver? What are you? What? I mean, yes, but like at different times, technically. It is still in the VOD if it saves for you. Okay. I will maybe try.
That's true.
VOD.
Yeah, it'll be in the. Well, yeah, it'll be in your video. That's what he means. Yeah.
Oh.
So
I don't think I have a chat thing open except in some of the other views, unfortunately. Just checked back. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am better at laying out things on Twitch than I thought. Staying up front, gotta keep moving.
Gotta go fast. Like Sonic says, gotta go moderately faster than everyone else. Why would I fall down right there? I don't understand. Sometimes I just fall down while running.
It has to do with moving from a slippery surface to a not slippery surface.
Is that what it is?
Moving surface, and then, yeah, like your feet get. There's like a weird thing where your feet get stuck, and your body doesn't get stuck. I don't know, man.
It's on like
weird.
the top track where you're going like super fast and on the slippery stuff.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I just fall over right before one of those gates. Is it because it's transitioning? Okay.
I assume that is why. That is at least how I have conceptualized that.
Gotcha.
But we will see. I should put like a little chat thing somewhere on the screen.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I have the chat. I have chat on like the Oops All Me, or yeah, I have it on this one. I have it over on the right. I think I have it on the gameplay small, although that might be an erroneous memory. But I definitely have it on the no gameplay. I don't have it on the outro cam because I basically took all distractions off. But do you have a little chat window thing up here on your stream?
Yeah, I have it just above my head. Yeah.
Okay. That's the other place I was thinking of putting it, so that would make some good sense.
Yeah. As a completely unrelated note, is there Prime Day coming up? I thought that was usually right around like Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, they did say they were going to do a July Prime Day.
I say that because, yeah, I had a notice on my phone about early Prime Day. I'm like, what? What do you mean early Prime Day? It's really early, I guess.
Well, that killed a lot of people, that debate.
I just saw a lot of people die.
I contributed to that.
Nice.
Through deception. I'm just throwing people off over here. Got another fair number of folk. Look at us. Oh, so close.
Oh my god.
I kind of just zoned out and just stood here, I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the right one. Cool. Took me way too long. 19 squads.
Qualify? Wow.
What? Okay,
a lot of people went out, but I guess a lot of.
Yeah, there must have been a tie for like 15th or something.
Something that, or a whole bunch of like one people on each squad went out, and then the other person stayed and qualified. I guess it's weird.
I mean, it's still point based. It's like the snowball one. Or
I was thinking like slime scraper like this. Like if you got a 0, you were out. Sorry.
No, it's time based. Speaking of slime scraper, slime scraper.
The OG slime scraper.
Don't get caught up in the crossfire.
Don't get caught up in the.
Alright, I'm gonna let you all filter through there.
Oh god, beans are flying. I don't like this.
Precision, everyone is dying. Nope. I'm just not doing the shortcut this time. I just don't
right behind you, friend.
Whoa.
Oh, this is clean. Okay.
I prefer this.
I mean, this is a choice. This feels weird.
It feels super weird.
That's a weird variant. It's an easy variant. Why would they add an easy variant?
I hate everything. Hello.
My friend.
You jump over those?
I take it super slow because it's super consistent and I get knocked off all the time.
Oh, I have no problems doing it my way.
Yeah, I just do it consistent. Go for the consistency. Guarantee I'll get past it.
Here you are.
Same thing as the Lily Leapers. Not Lily Leapers, the other one. That has the rotating fans. Like that. Not Lily Leapers. The one like it. The one like Lily Leapers, but not.
Big fans?
The other race. In that same season that has the rhinos.
Jungle Jam?
Yeah,
or whatever.
That one, like where the fans are on that bridge. It's kind of the same thing. Like those fans on that bridge tend to take me out all the time. So I don't tend to do those.
Here's a question. Are we gonna have like us versus one other duo to
Maybe.
close
Well,
this
I guess
out,
now
or?
they at least have one person, so yeah, there's only 2 people physically here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a third coming up. No, wait, no, it's only 2. So yeah, it could.
Are they the same?
It's 3 teams. It's gonna be 3 teams, but it's 6 people.
Man.
All right. Like, okay, we're gonna do tiptoe into power trip.
Yeah, right? It's good. Oh my god.
Could you imagine 2v2 power trip? Oh, that would be so great.
It just gives
I actually would enjoy that.
Hexagon, hey.
Oh, look,
this has gravity.
Yep, that's a fair point to make. As a fair reminder, well, not necessarily. It could have been the variant.
It could have been.
But it is not. That would have been really funny.
Woof, yeah.
All right. What's this woof business?
It just would have been a problem if we had noticed that. Been like, ah.
All right. Let's show these people how we do.
Hello, friend.
All right. I have left you a great boon.
However,
squander it.
Squandered it. Down to purple. There was like nowhere on blue for me to land.
There you go, squandering it again.
Well, let's just kill purple entirely.
Okay, that's a reaction to things. Oh, I guess I have a landing.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi. Oh, God.
You're good.
I didn't realize you were down there.
I course corrected.
Okay. Yeah, just
All right,
burning God and country.
All right. Can't help but notice you turned that way.
Yeah. But there's real estate for days this way. If you question my choice, I'm still on blue.
No, I'm not. Speaking of, I was just gonna say, speaking of, well, okay, jackass.
That's where I landed, sorry.
I mean, again, don't squander my gift.
Ah, I made the jump good. Haha.
That's all I ask. I've done you a great service. 2 of them are dead. We're all burning on yellow. Those 2 are gonna kill each other. Please just
coming down to yellow.
Corner. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry. The moment I made the jump, I was like, ah, crap. Crap. I've squandered your boon. I've squandered your boon. Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe not. Okay.
All right. Well, it's just us. So first off. Second off, I am going to make you pay for squandering every boon I ever gave you.
No, the boon!
Oh, man. That's number 9.
Number
to close out the evening. That's pretty good. That is a respectable total. It's definitely respectable.
Woo!
Right.